Lawnarchy. It's your man PL. You just heard the sounds of DJ Jamel Rockwell on the ones and twos and the prelude. I told y'all we had a major surprise for y'all tonight. First off, it's really two surprises because I'm surprised DANIGIRL even showed up. So
That's my bedtime, man.
Yeah.
These guys are killing me. Give me a drink.
hey, we went through a lot. So I feel like if I can be up, you can be up.
That's true.
Whatever.
It's Women's History Month. Therefore, for us, it's Women's Hip Hop History Month. Therefore,
is
y'all
true.
ass need to be here.
That's right.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, look.
I had to bring this one along with me, too, so.
And that is our major surprise.
Boom.
For those who are familiar and unfamiliar, we have our main man, Gear, graffiti legend.
Gear is
and I don't
great.
say that. Oh, my bad. Gear is great. I almost forgot his last name.
IZ, great.
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Is
Remember
Great.
that?
Izzy Great.
Pleasure.
Look that up. You'll love it. And we don't say this like half-assingly or jokingly. You know, it may sound jokingly because we know we like to have a good time and be jovial. But we mean it from the bottom of our hearts, man. We appreciate both of you guys coming out tonight and hanging out with us.
I cry.
You know, we're gonna talk some shit. We're gonna tell some stories, have some laughs.
Ghost stories.
Yeah, good
Gonna
stories.
give, gonna give you guys some flowers from time to time. But
You
before
got
we
it.
get into any of that, what we like to do around here before we get started every episode is do a mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, financial check-in.
We about to meditate?
Jumping jacks.
Shit.
No jumping jacks tonight, please.
I almost caught a Charlie horse just thinking about something. Shit.
This ass ain't doing it.
My hamstring's like, fuck you, me.
Don't you see he's already injured? You know,
right.
can't do
But
anything.
This is a mental
we do a
injury.
check-in where we just, over the past couple of weeks, just see how you been. I'm a very big mental health advocate.
That's good.
I have suffered from depression. I've had a couple
I
of
don't look as big.
breakdowns.
There we go.
So I understand what it was like for nobody to believe me or feel like anything was wrong because I appeared to be
Okay.
okay.
But not inside.
But I was a million and one pieces, so I just want to make sure people around me know that, I really do care. Nobody cares. Tupac and me care.
I like less angry PL.
Well, I've always, and that's funny, because I was never really angry.
No, you weren't.
I just believe that because I was very direct about things that made people uncomfortable,
Yeah.
it just came across as anger.
Part of the depression.
In part too, sometimes,
reacting out.
yeah. Sometimes I would. Now, I'm not saying I was never angry.
Yeah.
We all know me better than that.
Can we acknowledge that you at least enjoy making people feel awkward with your
Yes, you
directness?
did. Oh, yeah.
I don't necessarily know if I enjoy it. I just don't have a problem with it. I don't have okay. There's a guy. There's the guy I used to work with. I'd say his name, but he might be watching. And in the household that he grew up in, silence from an individual, if you all were in a room, meant that you had a problem or an issue with them. So he wouldn't shut the fuck up when we'd be at work.
Oh shit!
I mean, would just talk damn near nonstop. Me, I was raised as an only child because my closest sibling is 10 years older than me. I don't mind. I understand that the silence is a necessity. I didn't have a problem with dude. I liked him. He was cool. I just had to tell him one day. Or he was telling me his story one day. And it clicked. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I was and I told him, I said, look, I appreciate you telling me your story. I'm going to be 100 with you right now. I was about to tell you to shut the fuck up later on today. And he was like, huh? I was like, yeah, dude. I enjoy the silence sometimes. I don't necessarily have to have conversation when we're in the presence of each other the entire time that we're in the presence of each other. I'm like, we're here for 8 hours plus a day.
Yeah.
Hold some of your stories for later.
But sometimes people don't understand, I know people like that too. Like you just want to zone out. You don't want to hear anybody talking to you.
You just want to
And
get in your
you
work
need your-
groove.
yeah.
We can talk. But
See,
we don't have to talk the whole 8
I'm the
hours.
dude that talks all the time.
But from
But
a
also,
mental point,
different line of work.
yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of would expect.
Well, I'm with the customers and stuff, and you have to gotta gab.
Yeah.
I hate
So
talking to people.
See, at the time, we were just like putting those, like people who would send off to do the put shit together and get paid to do that shit.
Oh, yeah.
We were just doing that shit. I don't have to sit here and we can talk, but it's just it was the same thing every 4 days because there's only probably so much you can say.
it's true.
But I felt going and after going through what I went through and then all that stuff, I just so I just like to make sure everybody's cool. So Danny girl, how was your week?
My week was wonderful, fantastic. Thank you for having us. I mean, I was watching you guys' videos, so it's fun. This is, what you need to have everybody come on here and just talk, and it's good to see because the last 2 years have been, I don't know.
Man.
Introspective.
Interesting. We zenned. We found
Yeah,
ourselves.
I had to look in the mirror a lot in the last 2 years, so I'm good with it.
It's changed everything though. Like I do miss going out. I do miss seeing people.
Yeah.
I think about like what would be going on now. What would have happened the last couple of years? Who would have been doing what shows were going on? So I do miss that part of it.
I miss it, but I'm also kind of glad it happened.
Mm-hmm. I got more introverted. I don't know. I know a lot of people that went from, like I used to be extrovert. Now I'm more the introvert.
Well, I'm glad it happened because it's like a reset button now.
Yeah.
For the scene.
Yeah.
True.
If over the past 2 years you haven't done new work, whether it's music, art, poetry, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The playing field is a lot.
If you haven't done anything in the last 2 years, then something's wrong with you.
Yeah, the playing
Use that
field's
opportunity
like
to.
now.
Yeah.
I could probably still go get a show or book a show just on my reputation, but that's just on my reputation. You know what I'm saying? It's like the next guy could probably go and do that same thing now without much hassle because of what's been going on. As long as they've been working during the pandemic. So how was your week, Gear?
Well, workman's comp.
My man.
It's not too bad. It's just I do a lot of hammer drilling into cement and brick. And you tell your boss, hey, this is really starting to hurt. I think this is going to be a problem. And then he sends you out on 6 more jobs to do it. And they're like, hey, it's a problem now. So that's where I'm at. But other than that, I've had a great week.
You went to Chicago.
Yeah, I did go to Chicago last
Did a
weekend.
big thing in Chicago.
Yeah. East, there was an old school. They did all these interviews with kind of the pioneers of Chicago graffiti. And then they had a show last weekend in Chicago with like all the old school heads. And East, the guy that I mentored me, ended up being in the show. So I kind of went up there, and it was a good time. I love Chicago. It's a fun
Oh, I
time.
do too.
We need that back. We can do that here.
And
Yeah.
One thing I really love about Chicago is you really have to keep your head on a swivel, not for like violence, but you will miss a beautiful piece
Yeah.
that, what I'm saying, it may be like in just like one of the little crevices of a building or something, but it'd be, oh man, I've seen like some really dope stuff just as opposed to walking the main street here, take a side street,
Yeah.
take one of the alleys. Yeah, I'm not that.
And you ride the rail up there. It's
Oh man, you see
there's
some other
rooftops
stuff on top.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing
yeah.
this. You're going back and forth between.
Oh, I'll go to Chicago and just hop on Orange Line and just stay in the downtown loop for like 3-4 hours,
Yeah.
just riding around. Just
That's one of the things I'd like, because you go there and like there's like real transportation. I wish our city.
Yeah.
They're starting to, like the whole trolley thing. I know everybody was against it, but I'm glad they're putting
I
in
was
that
for it.
I was too. But they're putting that main line up Main Street now.
I really felt they were like 25, 30 years too late for it.
Yeah, they should have had it a long time ago.
Really, I think there's always been support for it. The problem is that the majority of the opposition don't want poor and black folk to be able to get from end to end of the city.
No.
In one ride.
Yeah, and it was poor planning.
Yeah.
And the first line that was supposed to happen was from the airport out to the stadium, which that to me makes the most sense.
Yep.
To me, to get people from, because they stay in those hotels out there, there are conventions out there, like get them down into the city, and then if there's a ball game or any kind of like football or baseball game, they can get out to the stadium.
Yeah.
That would have been smart to have that line, and then you could branch off of that line and go several different places. Right. Yeah, and to me that would have been the smartest. That was, I think, under Cleaver was doing that, and then the whole thing with what was his name, Chastain,
Clay Chastain,
and the whole gondola thing, which
gondola.
Oh yeah, but that's the one that actually,
he actually a few wacky ideas.
Yeah, but that's the one that passed. That's the one that finally got it passed, was the one with the gondolas.
And they was like, "Fuck that dude."
Where the sky,
the sky gondolas.
Yeah, the sky gondolas. That's the why
like,
that.
Dude,
down on the plaza,
serious?
they were trying to put it there.
No, I don't know where it was supposed to be. Yeah, but
I just remember sky gondolas. I think it was supposed to be able to transport through downtown.
Yeah, and that's the one that actually finally passed. That's the one that got the.
It was supposed to get you like from downtown out south, and
maybe
then,
downtown,
and then eventually connect
center,
into Johnson County.
But it wasn't. It was nothing's ever going to go near the plaza.
Yeah, and
the plaza is the city's crown.
Well, and then they kind of scrapped the whole idea with the gondolas and kept with the streetcar, which is fine with me, because now they're putting it up Main and out to UMKC. So that's the next. And
that makes
they've
sense.
got the rails. Yeah. They're ready to lay the rails on Main.
They want to do
right
39th
now.
Street. They keep talking about doing
which that's another good one to branch off.
Yeah.
To go down 39th.
You're gonna have to widen that street.
39th would be a one-way.
Yeah.
There's no way.
39th would just have to be a trolley street, really.
Yeah.
Because or at least past Southwest.
I can't imagine them cutting
between
half.
Southwest Boulevard and or Southwest Traffic Way and State
or they'd
Line.
have to get rid of all the parking.
Yeah,
on the street right there.
Oh, they would definitely do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
It's allegedly 2 lanes now, and I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah.
Of course it's not.
Shit, when I lived over there, I was mad as fuck. I had to get I didn't have to, but I opted to get a smaller car. I was like, this is
Yeah, I've seen 2 major wrecks. One was the guy in the motorcycle that died.
You brave motherfucker to park your shit on 39th Street, west to southwest traffic way.
But I think it's funny.
I mean, east to southwest traffic way. I mean,
yeah. It's funny to me though. They have those lines out by UMKC that they tore up. Mm-hmm. They put a walking path in. Now they're getting ready to put the lines back in almost where
they were existing before.
We already had the existing tracks, and then like people didn't want the train to come out that way, and now that's the second part of it's going to go out that way anyway.
Well.
Thank you for this fabulous drink.
Oh, you're good. You like it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. I really think that we should have been on whatever the next mode of transportation is.
Yeah.
Years ago.
I really wish we had a cross country one.
If we're just now doing it now, I don't think we should be on a trolley car. Even though I'm sure it's like an advanced.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to ride it yet because I'm never downtown.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
You want a gondola?
I want my sky gondola. Son.
I'd like to have it elevated.
Man, do you know how many times I would ever ride that sky gondola? None, ever.
Yeah.
The wind downtown is all bad.
Yeah.
All bad. You'd be up in there smashing into buildings and shit.
No, thank you.
Wires snapping.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But New Year's would be bad. Be all bad.
Oh, New Year's would be all bad. You are.
That would be $100, $1 million tickets.
Because people are stupid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be on the floor. That wouldn't even
bulletproof.
protect
it
you.
wouldn't
though.
help you.
Oh, it's just a 380. It ain't gonna go through. It ain't gonna go through. We cool.
So what have you guys been up to?
I'll let you go first, Rob.
Well, my week's been pretty shit.
Sorry.
Rest in peace to my cousin Glenn Smith. Passed on Sunday. At far too young.
Yeah.
Far too young, man. Natural causes, but far too young. He actually was a consultant, in the design and us putting the studio together, whatnot. So he's definitely gonna be missed. But outside of that, my kid's been gone for spring break.
I didn't think I saw her.
Yeah, she'll
No
be back.
kids, thanks.
She'll be back tomorrow. But I've had a very quiet house for 5 days,
Well, it's not quiet now.
and it's been pretty surreal.
Your mental break.
Yeah,
Just chilling.
Yeah.
just a little chill, but yeah, I'm ready for her to come back.
That's cool.
I don't know. My week was okay. My feet hurt. The bottoms of my feet, the soles of my feet.
We old. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I'm on ladder, so I understand that.
Yeah.
I should have gotten those steel plate shoes
Man, I was
because
thinking,
you're on a ladder, you're bending, and I was like, man, I got the steel toes, and then I thought about it later. I was like, should have gotten the plates.
flipped it upside down.
Oh, I purchased some old man shoes yesterday. Unrepentantly,
Some
like
of those Rockports.
some like
New Balance.
like the
old
ones
shoes, too.
the ones that are kind of like Merrells, I guess you're kind of like.
Those are comfortable.
Yeah, those are comfortable.
Like no laces. nice thick sole though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to tie.
I walked
I'm
around
lit.
Chicago in my Adidas, and like the next day I was the hobbling.
You definitely got to swap out the insoles on the shell toes these days.
Oh yeah.
They're better than they used to be,
Yeah.
but you can't rely on that.
Like most of my shoes have those. What do they call the Dr. Scholl's in them? Definitely.
Yeah.
Insert.
Like yeah,
Cushion.
definitely yeah. I need some more arch support.
Man, I need an arch. I've had fallen arches forever.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't
Well, I'm
sell
flat
that shit in bulk, like everywhere.
Arches?
No, just the insoles. Like fuck. I mean, I guess you
They
get me.
probably do.
I mean, for them Dr. Scholl's and shit, they get you for $35 a pop
They're expensive.
anyway.
Yeah.
But
Just stuff some socks in your
but
shoes.
just give me like they should have like an Amazon subscription to
when you
to
like,
insoles. You know what I mean?
Well, there's your
When you
$1 million
turn 50.
idea right there. Start selling insoles.
That is actually a good idea because I know it's some guy out here right now listening to the show and is wearing the same insoles he's had in for like 7 years.
Yeah. That ain't helping no more,
Whatever
bro.
that is, give up
It
your
ain't helping.
insoles.
Yeah, they're all flat.
It ain't helping.
You be better off with the insoles you got from the shoe when you bought it.
That's just like them. They have them insoles that with the little. They're kind of like the hand warmer things. It's got the little friction. It's got a little surface on it, so when your foot's moving around in the boot,
Warms it up.
Keeps
It warms
oh,
up.
I've never even seen
Oh yeah.
Electric
Oh.
It's like high hands insole almost.
Oh,
You know what I
no.
mean?
Warm your
There's
feet
my
up.
new birthday present.
Hey,
Remote starts, say electric blankets, I'm all for it.
but I had a pair of winter boots that I keep them in. I was like, hey, when it's time,
Yeah.
it's time. And yeah, I rocked them things for like 6 winters. And that last one, I was like, I don't think this is real.
I think I rubbed all the heat
I
out of
don't think I'm really getting anything out of this.
For real.
6 winters is a long time.
I still feel like
Start
I need.
using those hand warmers.
I still feel like I need another pair of socks. You know.
Oh, you know what I got? And this is age thing. Alpaca socks.
Ooh.
That sounds comfortable.
Now those you talk about.
They sound
you know
fake.
those big thick Carhartt wool ones.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to the alpaca socks. The alpacas is like the warmest, and it pulls the moisture away from your foot, so you're not like once you start sweating. You know,
Leave
you
the
don't feel that
alpacas alone.
You know,
soggy bottom
swamp
to your
foot.
foot.
I guess that's why Frank Clark beat his cousin down in American Gangster because it was alpaca. Remember,
That's $2,000 alpaca.
No,
blocked that
You
shit.
know where
Blocked that
we went to an alpaca show.
Damn.
My friend was like, "Hey, you want to go to this alpaca show, like down at Kemper or somewhere?" And I was like,
a band or something.
"Sure, why not?" I've never been to an alpaca show. Why not? It was like a bested show, like where they were like, prancing them around,
They have those
buddy.
cat shows.
and they're like super cute.
Yeah.
Gear's gonna have 6 alpacas next week.
Hey, I'm all
They
about
cute when
the
they ain't mine.
Yeah, but they spit like camels. If you mess with them and you make them mad, they'll.
And they're a little bit more temperamental.
Yeah.
I think too. Yeah.
They're funny.
Yeah, they
But
down
were
the phone.
lifting up their tails and like checking their hams and like it was like the best to show, like a dog show, but it was for alpacas.
Ew.
But I got those socks there, and I swear by them now.
See, that's why the alpacas were like getting it in. So
Poor
like,
alpaca.
I'll get some socks next month.
You better just. Oh my God.
That would be dope. What if there was like an alpaca battle and the loser had to get shaved and the winner
But I
walk
don't know
around
if
and
the
they
loser's
socks?
If the loser's getting shaved, I don't know if that's the best alpaca wool, though. You want the one that won.
The alpacas are talking to each other.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you still gotta
going
have some
next.
kind of trophy from your enemy though.
yeah, that's true.
Socks.
And they're super soft. They're
Or
they're
make it an alpaca rag.
They're like
That's what you wipe your
cashmere.
hands
They're
off
like
with.
super soft. They're not like wool. They're
See, Rockwell got me over here thinking we need to make the movie Alpaca King or something.
Alpaca Showdown.
that's right.
Coming to a theater in 20.
Oh, I just got a total like logo image
Hey,
of alpacas doing this. Alpaca with a gun.
You know we've got to imprint this into the Silky verse, right?
I'm not
You
talking
need
about
to, now
the
your
Silky
next
verse.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
alpaca.
Alpaca's
Gotta
on.
do
I'm
it.
going to put that on my next wall.
That'll be fresh.
Alpacking. Big gold chain
Big old shit.
of a sheep.
No.
Actually, that's kind of surprising how they haven't made alpaca like a hip hop thing.
You better
I'm
get
sure
on it.
some-
I'm surprised that should be somebody's rap name,
Like DJ Alpaca.
something like that.
Alpaca.
I'm all about that.
And
Platypus.
have a
Platypus.
whole booth made out of alpaca.
Alpaca's
like
for a
a-
little
Yeah.
man. Poor thing.
Alpaca's not cheap.
That's the point.
It's $10,000
point.
alpaca.
That's right.
It's alpaca, you
Block
block
that
that shit.
But see, that's why you go to the alpaca show, because it's cheap. All the socks and stuff and everything they make there. It's
Because it's right there.
Yeah,
you
it's right
getting
there.
it straight from the plug. You
Oh
ain't
my
getting
God.
retail. You
They
getting
even got the
wholesale.
looms going.
Wholesale alpaca.
Yeah, they're doing that stuff actually.
Wholesale alpaca.
I took the
You
tour
watch
there.
the next time you're gonna see one of those shows and be like, oh, we need to go. We need to go to the alpaca
I think those are
shows.
words. Never sleep on wholesale alpaca.
That's right.
How the hell we get talking about alpacas?
Can it have on when you do the piece? Can it have on a like an Adidas old school silk windbreaker?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
The
just
suit.
What are you painting tomorrow?
Alpaca jam.
I don't know.
You know, there you go.
Needs
Nah,
it
he
needs,
Yeah.
he can't
but
just.
it's got to be like.
It's got to be planned.
No, it's got to
Alpaca
have like a
tomorrow.
bubble goose on, just like
Oh.
another
Just
bird or something like packing it all.
This has to happen.
the alpaca
This has to happen.
He's
Yeah.
wearing some
Owl
gators.
wings.
It's I mean a shirt that just says alpaca.
There has to be a hip hop themed alpaca show. I will wholly support it.
I'll go. I'll definitely go. I'll even dress up. I'll wear my socks.
I mean,
You were roadkill. You were roadkill.
That's
for a
right. I
while.
was
I mean,
roadkill
you
squirrel.
can call it culture vulture. I will provide the carrion for this. I will. Alpaca jam.
And they have that like funny
There you
like hair bun. If you've ever seen them.
Like they had a
All
big roller.
freestyle electro music. All
Yeah. There
Oh.
you go.
straight up.
I don't know, man. It might be out of my taste, my financials range.
You don't have alpaca money.
EDM and.
We don't have one of those electric.
Okay, so
all
here's
those
the real
shows.
question: what kind of drugs are happening at this alpaca jam?
Oh, definitely.
This
definitely.
is-
We gotta get
mushrooms.
Yachty back on the show. We need an alpaca jam NFT.
This sounds like some of the way out drugs that you don't normally.
All
get.
natural,
Yeah, just,
hand-picked mushroom.
that frog that you licked from South America.
Yeah, there you go.
See,
Have a bunch of birds in cages with the like that Mo haircut. Have you seen those birds that have the Mo style haircut and it like covers up their eyes? It's just a beak. Yes. Like
what's going on here?
Hey, they drop you a dose of peyote at the gate. Like,
there you go. There's a sweat lodge.
here you go.
There's a sweat lodge the DJ's
Oh,
in.
man.
What is this? You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it.
Drink lots of water.
DMT.
You guys are sick.
Check your alpaca at the door. There's like a line of alpacas.
You don't bring
roped
sand to
up
the
out
beach.
front.
Just roped up.
You don't bring sand to the beach. You keep your alpaca outside. Okay.
Can't have that in here.
Those
This
are
is
outside
top of the line alpacas.
These are inside alpacas.
Then you have
These
the ones.
alpacas ain't never seen the sun.
These alpacas.
It protects their fur.
These alpacas from the old block.
Your alpacas look like they've been.
These are free range alpacas.
working construction. You got
Y'all
construction
sick.
alpacas, son.
They're all beefed up. They're like security guards.
Hard hats.
This is 10th and Hardesty alpaca.
Hardesty. Oh my
Great
god.
alpaca here.
See, I almost said the opposite end of the spectrum, but I don't want to get in trouble. I'm getting smarter as I get older.
Oh.
It took a lot.
These alpacas was raised on the Independence Street Bridge.
The one that the trucks keep getting stuck under.
Undefeated.
You like drive by and real slow, they're all like staring you like
Matter of
there's a
fact.
pack of alpacas.
If it were possible, that's where the alpaca throw up should go. Independence Bridge, alpaca looking over you like, you're not.
You know, I've never paid attention, but is there even a service road over that, or a train
It's
or
a
something?
train track or something. It's
Where?
a
I don't
train.
need that.
The Independence Bridge.
The one that everybody crashes in.
Yes.
I almost did that. We just got a new truck with the lift on it,
Oh shit.
and we were going down, and I was like, no, we can't go under that. It's like 11 foot something. Ours is 12.
It says 11, but
But
it's
you gotta-
probably
yeah.
4.
No, I thought it said, oh, yeah, it says 11, yeah.
It is, but because it's
It's sloped when
it's
you go
sloped
under.
both ways when they don't take that into account, and it's so it's really actually less because you
Yeah.
wind up it's all bad, man. I'm in the group on Facebook that posts pictures.
Yeah,
of
it's like-
trucks that get
Like every
smashed up.
2 or 3 weeks, you see like one just crunched under
And the
there.
bridge, and it's from the bridge's POV, so the bridge is like, I was hungry, so I ate this truck.
I feel like there's some old trucker at some truck stop somewhere, like Dimebag Willie somewhere that tell, you can get through there, no problem.
Yeah.
That shit on purpose.
You just
Fuck all that new shit.
You
Just
just-
try to think
You
through
just
there.
let the air out of the tire a little bit.
So why did you try to drive?
Smooth sailing.
Dimebag Willie said it was cool.
You good, baby. Oh my God, you good.
You good.
Trust me.
I think they're getting ready to fix it though. Finally,
No, they need to
Shit.
knock that.
they were
shit
talking
down.
about it on the
They were
radio.
proposing
Yeah.
replacing it.
It's
Yeah.
impossible.
But they don't. They're like,
Impossible.
well, I don't know
That
how we're
bridge
going to
ain't going
reroute
nowhere.
the train.
That
don't
bridge
need a
is gonna be
train
here
anymore.
after Putin hit the button.
Yep. That's the only thing going to be left in case
Yep.
it's going to be flat.
Bridge just
Freaking bridge.
You'd have to regrade miles of track,
Yeah. You would.
north and south.
Well, that's what they're talking about.
of it, yeah.
Because it's
Well, couldn't they just make it?
It's
bigger?
not. Well, everybody was like, "Can't you just dig deeper?" And they're like, "There's foundation stuff you got to worry about."
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
those
There's
pillars
shit under there.
are planted on something. They're not just there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, you can't dig that motherfucker deeper.
And then you got the alpacas.
They
What
would
do
have
you
did
do
that to
with them?
begin with.
You got to make them move.
What about the alpacas, baby?
Alpacas.
They just got moved in and settled up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, them alpacas calling shots. They ain't going down Independence Avenue.
They had their turf set up. They got money coming in. It's just flowing, baby.
They got that wool for sale. What you need?
I may come from 10th and Hardesty, but Independence Avenue is beneath me.
Alpacas rolling the new BBSs. I see you with the BBSs.
We go up Hardesty and just jump over Independence Avenue and keep moving.
And now the Independence Avenue, the first 7th Heaven over there. Was it Prospect and Independence Avenue?
Prospect, yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh.
Prospect and Independence Ave.
One of the the guys that used to work there, they used to have like, they toss out the record of the week. If it was shitty, they toss it out to the street.
Oh, damn.
I can't remember who his name was. Many days at that store. It was pretty good. You like working with the records?
I don't get to work. I'm in the smoke shop.
Yeah, but you can go down there and look.
I've spent a lot of time in the records. So I just look around, just
It's nice that they're right up front again.
So, oh God, what do they do
there's
now?
nothing downstairs.
Nothing downstairs?
No, it's like an event space. They have like
Oh, that's right. I
like
did
punk
see
shows
that.
and metal shows. I'm gonna start doing some hip hop events and stuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised
cool.
you haven't done that already.
Yeah.
Talk to
did
your
that
buddy
like
there.
10 years ago.
Talk to your buddy about doing it. He'll let you do it.
Oh, so no, I mean, I've talked to him about it. It's something that they already I just gotta. I can pencil my date in whenever I want. I just haven't done it yet.
Well,
I'm serious note, everybody. I'm really just now getting comfortable with the idea of people being together.
okay. Yeah, that's understandable.
It's true.
You know,
I know,
think
I'm like,
people are
okay, do a
just-
show now. Hurry.
right?
Yeah,
I
be
keep
on
forgetting, I keep
on our
forgetting.
name. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And because I would hate to be the reason that there was a super spreader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so.
Well, it's just now getting kind of back
I
to
said that
normal,
like I have a lot of people coming to my events. I need to get
What is this event next week?
a next Monday Slap Frost review. I'll be playing a commercial for it here in a little bit.
Is it Tuesday?
It's Monday.
It's Monday.
At Mini Bar. Mini Bar's not even open on Monday, so I'm like really appreciative of.
Steve.
Well, I didn't want to say him by name, but I was just gonna say
Why not?
ownership. I don't know. I don't like feeling like it was like I'm like Steve. That's my guy. I mean, but Steve is my guy, so I don't. But I just
give him
don't
the.
wanna,
I mean, say his name because he deserves it. Like Steve has been around since
Brother
day one.
Tulipana is
He's
he's dope.
he is a legend.
He is
Go ahead.
what? No, I was just gonna say he's a huge part of the reason why the Kansas City hip hop scene is where it is.
So many, when the bottoms were the bottoms, guys would just rent out spaces down there. We just see their bands play all the time. I mean, there was a lot of bands playing
Dirt
back
Gallery.
then, and he
Oh,
was
I
always
remember.
involved somehow.
I remember there was one loft down in the bottom where a dude had he would have like hella parties, and it had like the stage.
Down in the bottoms.
Yeah, that's dirt.
Is it?
Was it dirt?
Gallery?
Yeah, they had that stage in the back, the very back, right? Yeah, that's Dirt Gallery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
same
man, that was-
Flavor Pack one.
Yeah, we did flavor
Where the
packs. there.
cops came.
Oh
The
yeah.
notorious night.
Damn, how many times did the cops come to the?
Well, that was a major one because
That one. Yeah.
Bell
people got,
and Sage got arrested. So yeah,
that was the first time though that everybody was really like they really didn't just shut it down. They arrested
I
everybody.
think I have footage from that night. Honestly,
Yeah.
I might have some.
I've got some, I think.
For the for
It's very old.
just a little background. Gear and DANIGIRL are part of the originators of Flavor Pack. Jeremy,
McConnell,
Jeremy's a man.
Scribe,
Scribe, and
Dave Rogers,
I don't know Dave.
DJ Ran.
DJ Ran.
How's he doing?
He's making beats still.
Facebook, that's how we
he's
see
doing,
people.
He's doing. I've seen some animation. He's doing some animation now.
Oh, sweet.
Living in Florida.
Yeah.
He's still
Oh,
doing
that's
his
where he
thing.
is. Yeah, I kind of went underground for a little bit, and when I came above, everybody was gone.
Everybody's
I was like,
gone.
Where'd everybody go?
Well, I didn't, most everybody when I left in '98, so I hadn't seen a lot of people since then. Rand being one of them, because he moved. But fun times.
Yeah, Flavor
Takes a
Pack,
while to try to remember some of it, but
was really cool. What years were those? If you
I think we started about 94 in that area, 94, 95. When was the Vibe Tribe? Because she was doing stuff
you were
beforehand.
doing Vibe Tribe in like 90, right?
Yeah, that was our friend Candace and Paul. They were like the main ones to get a lot of the shows or the
And then
venue
we
spots.
we learned from these guys kind of how to set up the parties, and we wanted to do.
It was so crazy.
Well, yeah, we wanted to do hip hop stuff, but like our first flavor pack was like punk rock bands and metal bands and hip hop, and it was just crazy. And we were down at the Sun. There was a guy who owned a 3-story building, and
Floor, not even.
seriously, there were so many people at that first one that people were bouncing up and down on the floors, and those big thick beams, you could see them bending. So I went upstairs just to see how, so I'm just standing there, and I'm coming up, like the floor is going down, and I'm like just standing there like, boom, boom.
That was a.
And then I was like, then I went back downstairs, and we're underneath, and I was like, I'm gonna go outside because it looked like it was like you go outside the side of the building, the bricks were going like this, like it
shit.
was like breathing.
I think there were two.
Yeah.
There were two shows there. One was just like all DJs.
Yeah.
But then there was one that was like Tech, 7 Mile, maybe OG Riff. There was like 4 or 5
I
different.
think that I want to say OG Rick because I think
I had to pull out the flyer, but yeah.
because that was one that happened like summer of '94 maybe.
That was
the
like one of
OG
the
riff.
first. Yeah, it was one of the first ones.
Because that was right
Or
after
the
I
first
came
one.
back from Columbia for school.
And it was weird because it was like the punk rock group showed up, and like as soon as the punk rock band, all the hip hop guys would go outside, and the punk rock guys would come inside, and it was just like that, moving through that all night long. But like nobody fought. Like it was amazing because it was like everybody from like total punk rock kids to gangsters to hip hop people to just
Hippies.
everybody was there.
Well, the hippies owned the place.
And
so.
the hippies, yeah, the hippies
You're
owned
just
the
like,
place,
hey,
so yeah.
man.
KC hippies used to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were
Love
authentic.
hippies.
Yeah.
They were authentic. Yeah.
People made fun of them, but there were some great hippies out
Nah, they
Yeah.
didn't give a fuck. They lived that life.
there.
Yeah. They
They
did.
lived that life. No fucks given.
And the guy that owned that building though, his dad like bought it for him. So he's like one of those rich hippie guys, but
What was the one called Drum Something?
Drumworks.
Drumworks,
Oh yeah, we
yeah.
had a big party at Drumworks too. That was downtown. That was a good show. They like let us graffiti the walls because it was just raw. They had they were doing like they had band spaces that you could rent out, and then they had like one big huge space that we had a huge party in there one night. I don't even know who was there, but I just remember.
I feel like there was like a series of every weekend there was something going on, or a couple of months. You know.
Yeah, it was like at least once a month something was going on.
It felt in hindsight, it felt like it was every weekend, but I'm sure it was like every month.
Yeah, it wasn't all the time.
But it felt like it was
Because like after Flavor Pack stopped, is when I noticed like suddenly there was like every weekend, every Friday you could go and find a hip hop show and see it. Like before then, you couldn't go anywhere.
Well, after '98, that's when Hip Hop and Hot Wings started around then.
No, Hip Hop and Hot Wings started in 04.
04.
Yeah.
98 was when
Mardi Gras.
Or like 2000.
Mardi Gras. I want to say that was the first time. That was one of the times when
right. I only saw
Heat Mob was doing the one of the open mics.
And I think that's kind of when it kind of started every. Like
They were
you could
doing
see a show pretty much on a weekly basis.
That was Tuesdays, wasn't it?
I think so.
I believe
Yeah,
so.
Tuesdays down at Mardi
I
Gras.
think I
down
only
on,
saw like
19th and Vine.
2 shows at that time.
And they did that down there a couple of times, and then they wound up doing it at Danny's downtown for a little while. And then after that was probably around 2001 when that stopped. But around the time that was stopping was when Hurricane started.
I was about to say Hurricane.
Hip hop shows Tuesdays and Thursdays from
What's
10
what's
to
the other
midnight.
place on Broadway that
I was gone.
up further by the auto place, right next?
Newsroom.
Yeah, the newsroom started doing stuff pretty.
Newsroom was doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
in
after
back
that.
room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Newsroom for, allowing us as a community to come in and use your facilities. Here comes the punchline. God damn, y'all facilities were shitty as fuck.
Yeah, they were.
Man, I was scared to use the bathroom at the Newsroom. I mean, like, Riot Room's bathroom was fucked up, but Newsroom's bathroom was fucked up.
Man, we didn't stop fucking with them over some racist shit.
Newsroom?
I could see that
I
because
believe it. I wouldn't be surprised.
Why
but,
do I feel like it was an old?
I want to
country
say
bar?
no,
well,
it was like an old punk place.
that's one thing I had to check with Yachty again on, because if I remember correctly.
I remember the last thing I went to at Newsroom was that New Year's Eve party that Yachty and did Christos throw that?
Mm-hmm.
When they gave her, and everybody wound up getting a bottle of champagne
Oh,
because it was just like 20 of us there, which
love
was
it.
cool
Oh, wow.
for me. Cool
Nice.
with me. Shit, I got my bottle of champagne. It was
Did I do that one?
You DJ'd.
Yeah.
Gunny was there.
Yeah.
Flame
Yeah.
was there. Bucks was there.
See, you guys had a really good time from then. That was, I mean, there was so much that came after.
no, you guys
missed a lot.
had it kind of nice because I mean,
you all paved the way.
but,
all,
but you guys had like every weekend you could see a show. Like you had the choice,
Yeah.
you had the choice of like not waiting a month or something. Like you could
had a
be
venue
like,
here and a
"Oh, I'll
venue
go to the show
there."
this
You,
weekend."
you can decide if you
I'll
wanted
say-
to go see a big show or a
Yeah.
smaller show.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna brag just a bit. I didn't have the opportunity to go see the shows because I was the shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you can brag.
When it was me and Smooth, we were Rough Draft. We did we were doing that first set of Tuesdays and Thursdays at the Hurricane, and then when we became Soul Servers, when we added Deuce and Lost Cause, we did.
The brick.
Well, no, we did
Oh, yeah,
2.5
I remember
years
that.
straight, Tuesdays and Thursdays, at the Hurricane. We had like the longest.
Yeah, I remember
performance
going to
stint
those
at,
shows. Yeah.
Yeah, at the Hurricane. So
Good old Hurricane. That's some history right there.
shout out to Quarter from the Valley and Book Fresh and EMC, aka Emil Cleaver.
Hi, everybody.
They were the
Watching.
guys that were really putting a lot of that on back
Yeah.
then, booking the shows for and
Yeah.
it wasn't just like street cats or backpack cats. It was like any and every. If you had
Yep.
talent, you could come rock. And I thought that was dope because I don't really remember, even though a lot of cats aren't still performing. I don't recall anybody being whack.
That's what was so fun about
Yeah.
what we were involved with, because it was just like I got to see all kinds of, and it was just it was a good time, man.
People showed up and people were entertained.
yeah.
Yeah, and and this is the crowd situation I noticed. Like when we were doing stuff, the people in the crowd weren't standing there going, I'm better than that dude up there.
Yeah.
Like the people in our crowds were like, man, this is dope. Like just to have this
Have
going
fun.
on.
But that was also when
We were 20.
Yeah.
well, not just that, but
Yeah.
when hip hop in Kansas City had fans. Everybody wasn't trying to rap. Everybody wasn't
Yeah.
trying to DJ.
Yeah.
Everybody wasn't
Right.
trying to be in a punk band or be in a group or
That's true.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Some people were okay with being a fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
now, if you go to a show, a lot of times it's rappers rapping for rappers
Yeah.
because nobody's coming to. Nobody just wants to be a fan. And if you're not in my crew of people or my clique of people, I'm not going to the show. So it's like.
I couldn't anymore mentally try to understand why nobody, all these shows that happened before COVID, there was a lot of things that a lot of people were doing and nobody would show up, and it would just be frustrating to see. It's like now you got this opportunity to play different places,
Yep.
but y'all don't want to show up.
Well,
and
that's-
I'm at fault too. I missed a lot of shows, and
Well, but see, I missed a lot of shows, but I have not even an legitimate shit. I'm at work.
yeah.
Yeah.
And unless I'm performing, I'm not taking off to go spend money. So
Wednesday and
money
Thursdays.
and spend money.
Yeah.
One thing to keep in mind as well is that, especially when you're talking about specifically with hip hop, in our times, it was a thing to be a hip hop fan. You know what I mean? Like it was something you had to wear as a badge of honor, and you had to defend. Sometimes had to defend your
Selections.
Had to make your argument. You know what I mean? For why you listen what you listen to. And now music is so readily available. And that was the other thing. People had to make effort to get to the music that they wanted to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was more routine. Like you had you like new release day
Tuesday,
yeah, straight up.
That was always so fun.
Well, yeah, like
I gotta make sure I got some. I may spend some money on the weekend, but I gotta make sure I got about $30-$40 in my pocket.
I love the
For
progression,
New Music
but
Tuesday.
But I'll add to that because of the internet, that all changed too.
Oh yeah.
This is like before the internet, so like graffiti did the same thing. Like you would have to, as a graffiti writer, go to another city and look at the dude and go, "Hey, are you a writer?"
Yeah.
And then you
Plug
started,
me in, show me the town.
You started getting these underground connections, and then you get Stack of Flicks. But then the internet hit, and then it just made it easier to see all of it. And so I don't think it was,
Like a
that
lazy
idea of like going out and, like you said, finding it and waiting for it to.
It's at the click of a button now.
Yeah.
As opposed to you had to really like plan a trip. You had to get somebody who had a car
Yeah.
that was willing to go to Chicago.
That's even in the city. You had to find somebody with a car to go to a
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where's the show?
Yeah, where's the show?
Where's
tonight?
the show?
And there'd be like one dude. I know where the show is tonight.
And he's driving like 10 people
Yeah.
in his Volkswagen Bug or Pinto, or he might have an LTD or an old deuce and a quarter.
And record stores were so much more networking and social centers.
Yep.
Well,
Like,
'cause record stores were where it happened.
Yeah.
They sold the tickets to the shows. They promoted the shows. That's where the artists would come to when they come to town. They would go to the record store and do live visits, sittings.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck calling them now.
and
Shit.
Casey has their history. I mean, you got Tigers, 7-7,
Sound Warehouse.
Sound
Street
Warehouse.
Side.
Do you remember Beat Burglar?
Beat Burglar.
Dante?
Yes.
So he lives up in Chicago. Kodak knows him. So Kodak was like, "Yeah, Dante lives up here." Do you guys remember that dude at all?
I remember-
Little
I remember
tiny
that
skinny
name.
white
Used to
boy that
work
never
at
said
Music
a word,
Exchange.
but he would find the hypest 45 beats.
I remember the name. I just
One
don't
of
remember.
Jock's.
So
Very
he
good
did
Jocker
stuff
pretty
for like 2 Live Crew, De La Soul. He did beats for them.
no shit.
Yeah, and if you ever met him, you'd be like, "Who is this dude?" Because he would just be quiet and he'd be like, "Come with me." And you'd be like, "I don't know about this, dude." And then he would like take you a block away, like you'd be at a party, he'd take you a block away, and he'd sit you on his couch, and he'd put some 45s on, and then suddenly the whole house would disappear, and you'd just be sitting there like, "Where the hell did everybody go?" And then all of a sudden you'd hear this band going, and you're like, "What's?" And you walk down his basement, and he's down there he had a funk band. But we called him the Beat Burglar because he would find the rarest 45 records, and he would get stuff from like Germany. He worked
If
up
you
at
want to talk about somebody collecting 40, he
Yeah.
would be the one, I think, yeah. Dante
he worked at what
brought
was
it.
not Street Side or what
Music
was
Exchange.
Music Exchange. He had the whole back room to Music Exchange. That is.
Do you remember when where the
fingertips.
L House
I
is?
think yeah,
remember
that
back
sounds
there.
more
I
familiar now.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was just this quiet little dude. But
Dante.
yeah,
Yeah.
he did so much stuff that you just never expected it, and you're just like, "Oh yeah."
I honestly, whenever I've dealt with vinyl, I just deal with 33s. The little ones drive you crazy. It's like children, because it's only like 1 song, 2 songs.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, man, okay, well, damn, it's this version of this one. It's this version of this. Yeah, I just give me the album.
I do miss having them, but I couldn't love that shit anymore. I'll be honest.
45s.
No, just records in general.
vinyl.
I had 30
vinyl,
crates.
yeah.
I couldn't.
That's the way, like,
But to give you
Dirt Cheap got that.
no, but to give you an example of the social experience, I think I've told you this story once, but you probably don't remember it. I think I posted on it about Facebook once, but I met the Popper at Seventh Heaven.
the popper.
On the release day of Helter Skelter, There's a Dark Side. I mean, not There's a Dark Side. Helter Skelter, the first Helter Skelter album.
I don't know the name of it.
Fuck. I can't believe I can't. Anyway, but I sat there and listened to the whole fucking album. But I also met you that day. And I met you because, as I was telling you, I'm pretty sure I was hanging with Smash back in the day. And he gave me my first mixtape, which was a tape that was secondhand from you.
Probably so. Yeah, we got a lot of those.
Was it I Made It?
No, it was an Evil D mixtape.
Oh, okay. Oh, I
about to say-
I still have all those.
Yeah,
She does.
Yeah.
She's got that whole collection.
yeah.
I'll-
Oh man, I rocked the fuck out of that tape.
You need to
There
you need to
was-
get those on
Yeah,
digital
I'm
because
That is the
the
most painful
Jock Max,
process.
the
Yeah.
jungle,
Nocturnal.
the Jungle Book. Jock
Nocturnal?
Max.
Yes,
One of my
Nocturnal.
favorite. Jock Max. I
Jock
told DJP because DJP did a Jungle Book. I wanna be like you, hoo. I wanna walk like you, talk like you. So Jock did it years before DJP did it. And I was like, nah, man, the Jungle Book mix. Jock did that a long time ago. And P's like, no way. And I was like, oh, I'll find it. And I found, somebody gave me a burned CD of it, and I had it, and I played it for him. He was like,
There's only one copy of that, and that's that one I had, and it's just like so.
it's worn out.
It's so worn out.
I've got
must
a
have recorded
CD
it.
somewhere of it. I have to find it.
Jog would come over to the apartment. I had this
Yeah.
crazy setup, and they would just play. So I just pop in the tape. Oh,
She
rinky dink like
recorded so
Sears
much
double
stuff.
cassette thing.
Yeah.
I just would pop stuff
Jock
in.
is so fucking awesome.
You know, him and I communicate through cat memes and videos now.
That sounds about right.
It's resulted to me sending videos, you know, pick up the phone. No, but it's fun. I miss him. It sucks that can't go out and see him, you know, once like every couple months, you know. But I think he was ready for a break too. You know.
Yeah, he's been doing it for years.
I really love Jock. I tell him that every time I see him. When I grow up, I want to be like him.
He's probably.
I remember getting to just go over to his mom's house and then being in that basement
Yep.
and just watching him do, like when he was turning the turntable sideways and scratching sideways, like I'd never seen anybody do it, and I was like, oh, and he was doing like scratching with his nose, and I was like, I saw Jock do that. No,
Jock at Graffiti Cafe was the first time I saw a DJ get down
Oh my
yeah,
God.
live.
I remember that.
Why was that place just a hot mess?
It
would've-
was.
It was a.
It was
great
beautiful
idea.
though. Oh
It
my
was a beautiful
God.
hot
Okay,
mess.
so I got
It was
I got a story.
beautiful.
They almost
Do you
died
guys know the
there for-
original? What it was?
Nope.
It was a gay bathhouse.
No shit.
And Scribe and I went in there and tore out all the walls, cleaned everything out. Scribe and I, like almost alone, tore all that whole area where the bar was. That was all just walls of booze.
Oh shit.
Yeah, booze with curtains.
Oh my God.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Hey, you talk about wearing a full a chemical suit. We were all dressed up in chemical suit with breathers. I'm like, I don't want to touch this. But the walls were built so heavily. They probably weighed a good 300 to 400 pounds each wall.
Do you
They were
remember
built
the counter
solid.
that they had?
Yeah, we built all that by hand.
I wonder who got that counter.
Yeah,
It was beautiful, man.
All the.
but we did.
And then the whole block was. Oh man, it was so dope.
But Scribe and I did like almost single-handedly did all the work in there, like all the design work. I mean, we had other graffiti guys come in and do stuff, but like cleaning all that out was just
How long did
a labor of
How
love.
long was it? A year, maybe? Not even a year.
Yeah, it didn't even last a year because the other business owner that put all the money into it, we kind of partnered up with him. Like, okay, we'll do all the construction and tearing all this out, but we want part ownership of what's going to happen. And he got the big money to come in and put like the food in and got the machines and stuff like that, the beer taps and yeah, all that stuff. And then the other guy kind of went psycho on us, and
I think they were all.
like I said, it was
on
like
the
the biggest
juice or
learning
something.
experience that you could have, and it was right off the jump. We were young, and this guy, like, of all the stuff that you could be fucked over on, we were fucked over on everything in like one big swoop. That's why Scribe and I were
it
very,
was sad.
very like standoffish with everybody after like, who are you?
Yeah.
You're trying to offer me what? Please. Like you better show me something then, because I don't believe you.
But oh man, if that place could have, oh man.
Yeah, if it would have taken off, it would have been. But I also think like when we were doing all that stuff, it was way ahead of its time. Here.
It was, man. That
Like-
could have set the crossroads off.
Yeah, and it was like before all that stuff happened, and I don't think everybody was even ready for it yet. And then
It was Crossroads before Crossroads.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, in Kansas City's underground subculture, I guess, the hip hop portion of that of the subculture has really like pushed forward for shit to be changed. Like once they started doing hip hop shit in Westport, like that, like certain aspects of rock that weren't, they were kind of shunned. Like, nah, we don't fuck with that. They start, so just note, Kansas City hip hop, where it is. Something's gonna come along a couple years after it's forced out because we're doing hip hop and hot wings, for example.
yeah. You guys were ahead of time too, I think.
Well, people think that the one night that we had one fight out of 4 years of work doing it, we had one night where we had one fight.
It was utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Was that
was
what
the night
shut
that-
it down?
That's what the owner used as the excuse
To shut it down.
And even
Because
though-
he needed an excuse.
no,
Because it was,
she.
or she needed an excuse. Because
Was it? I mean, was it really getting out of hand, or is just more and more people coming to enjoy it? And
Look, as much as I
it
love
became the bar's
bartenders-
identity.
Well,
Yeah.
no, as much as I love the bartenders
Okay.
and the bar staff, they were the ones that were fucking it up.
Yeah, they didn't like the hip hop stuff there.
No, they loved the hip hop stuff.
Oh.
They loved it to the point to where
They were pretty
weren't
reckless.
charging anybody anything for whatever.
Oh man.
So there were nights that should be like $1,500, $2,000 nights at the bar that probably rang $450, $500.
Oh
But
yeah.
you ran out of chicken wings.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's only
no
so
more hot
long.
wings.
It was very good to us.
Yeah, it's
Very-
it's only
They
so
were
long.
very good to us.
You can run out of chicken wings and still be able to do what you want to do. And that was the biggest downfall. That was the biggest reason for the ending of Hip Hop and Hot Wings at the Peanut.
Got one little fight in.
And then the fight, because
It wasn't even a fight for real.
well, we mobbed them because I don't even know what the fuck somebody had to get escorted out. So as they were getting escorted out, it's like three dudes, three cats that were getting escorted out.
I think I was there.
As
that
they were
night,
getting
actually.
escorted out, they were at the door. One of them stole on the doorman Bear, and that set it off. Everybody just, it's probably, it's Hip Hop and Hot Wings, man. It's probably like 150, 200 people down here.
Yeah.
It was always on the bottom floor, right?
Well, it used to be upstairs and downstairs. So I think, but this is one of the nights where we were just downstairs. So it's easily 150. I'm just leave it at 150. everybody started whooping these dudes' asses outside, out the building, around the corner to the parking lot.
Oh God.
That was it.
Yeah.
But the couple shots they got in on Bear, ooh,
Bad.
yeah, they were kind of bad. So
That's that.
that was the final straw for the Sunday Hip Hop and Hot Wings. Because remember they started doing the Wednesday
Yep.
with Barbaric Merrick's.
Oh yeah.
I heard good things about them.
And then Barbaric Merrick's kind of started switching it up a little bit, so it wasn't necessarily like straight up hip hop. They kind of put in, you know, little house, little free jazz, you know, to kind of
Mix it up.
yeah. And eventually, the owner was like,
He's in Colorado now, Jonathan.
Mythic, yeah, he's in Colorado,
Yeah.
and
Double O.
man, I forgot his name.
Double O.
Yeah, Double O, I think is. I want to say he's in St. Joseph. I don't think he went back to St. Joseph. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen Double O in forever.
Yeah, I haven't seen that dude.
Ages.
I keep in touch with Mythic. He posts stuff all the time. So.
Yeah, Mythic used to, when I was teaching, he taught at the school next to the school I taught at. So we'd see each other when we'd be leaving, and I'd be like,
No, but basically, once that place became Hip Hop and Hot Wings and not the Peanut,
Yeah, that's true.
Is when
Yeah,
it
because
began-
that was the
beginning of
identity.
end of
Everybody knew hip hop and hot,
Hot
wings.
Wings. Yeah.
yeah,
Not
man.
the Peanut.
And Hip Hop and Hot Wings had like touring acts come through and do stuff. And yeah, it was
It was a good vibe. I liked it. That's one of the few things I did go to. Like I would go down there.
In my opinion, why Hip Hop and Hot Wings was so successful was because it was the one environment that was not standoffish.
Yeah.
If you were there, you know there was
It was
just like a general
family.
understanding that
Yeah.
you appreciate hip hop culture, and that because that's what this is about.
Yeah.
This ain't about gangster rap or backpack rap or knowledge rap.
Just
None
having
of
somewhere to
this
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is about.
I'm
we
sad
got a
I missed
spot
that.
where you can actually have that debate.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it really reminded me of like Flavor Pack's
And
days.
then I was gonna say it was
It
like
was
an
that-
extension
Oh, it
of,
was definitely in that spirit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could go there, feel safe. You know, like there's probably nobody's gonna fight,
right.
and like everybody kind of like you knew everybody there,
Right.
Most
Same
of the
way
time.
with the it was Soulful Sundays
Yep.
that they were doing for a while. Because I think people kept telling me like, yeah, man, this is this reminds me of Hip Hop and Hot Wings, and I'm like, well, yeah, but Hip Hop and Hot Wings reminded me of old Flavor Pack and Vibe Tribe stuff, because it was just cool shit.
It just had that.
Yeah.
It just
you
had
weren't
that
gonna find
vibe,
this
man.
anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? You're just not. DJ AJ,
Yep.
Beat Broker,
Yeah.
Yep.
Taxi,
Yeah.
Jock from time to time.
Yeah. Shot.
Mike Boogie.
Mike
Yep.
Boogie.
Listen, Mike Boogie. Have you heard his music lately?
Uh-uh.
He played me something a while back. That dude is sick, man.
He's always been sick.
Because I never,
He's amazing.
it-
I've every time I see him, I'm like, dude, you need to be putting.
I know.
something out, man. EP, album, something, man. Beat tape, something, man. It's
he did one podcast show with this guy I can't remember, and he let me listen to it. It was pretty good, but I don't know why he didn't continue to do it, but it was pretty good.
because Mike Boogie's from the future.
Well,
And he
Yeah,
can't
shout out
reveal
Mike
too
Boogie.
much to us. It'll change the game too much.
But a Taxi, Shot.
Taxi, Shot, yep. Shout out DJ Shot.
I got a few shots in myself.
You know what I'm saying? There was a DJ Q.
Q. Yep.
I can remember, I don't know if he ever spun, but Brian B. Shining would come through from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
I know Brian B. Shining spun at the first Gorilla Fest.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to
But
Brian.
that what you were talking about earlier, that's a place where there were hip hop fans.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah.
That's a place you could go and there were actual
And
fans.
and their expectations was to come out and have a good time.
Yeah.
In a hip hop environment.
I would
In
even
Yeah.
go one better.
in
It
hip
wasn't
hop
necessarily
culture
hip
environment.
hop fans. A lot of times, it was just people who were going to the Peanut on a Sunday night, and they became hip hop fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see
That was at least 25 to 30% of the crowd every week.
And some of them people got their friends that were hip hop fans.
Oh yeah, and like, oh man, my dude I work with, this is what he loves this shit, man. I'm gonna bring him, and they wind up bringing him in a couple of weeks, and next thing you know, it's another, and that's what we're really missing, and that goes back to the like I was saying, the flavor pack and the vibe tribe stuff, because that's what it was.
I just would get so excited, like, oh man, I went to your guys' party or whatever, and it was nice to see people that never would have gone there before, and get to see my friends DJ or perform, and it was just, that was exciting for me, to see that, because everybody deserved it. Everybody's so talented, and it was just so fun to watch. And
but it was true that like when Jeremy started talking to people, I'd say Jeremy big time is why hip hop is the way it is now in Kansas City, because he's the one that talked everybody into coming together into a show. Like, all these different rhymers were in their basements. Nobody was hearing them. None of that was going on. And he knew this guy, and that guy knew this guy. And then he was like, why aren't you guys all having a show? And that's kind of where Flavor Pack was born out of that. And we wanted to do like a political underground magazine that was, geared off of hip hop and punk rock and things like that. But yeah, that's like, I remember like, I think it was Tech 9 that was talking about like, yeah, nobody even thought to like put shows together, a hip hop show like that, and just bring everybody into a room and just be like, okay, let's do a show and we'll have like 3 groups on tonight.
you had little pockets of it though, because it was somebody else's scene. Everybody had their own kind of little scene, but to bring it all together like that, it wasn't being done yet.
Well, because after you all kind of slightly faded a little bit and kind of went a little more underground, like
all disappeared.
The Party House over on Gillum, when it was there, became a place where we, it would be a party, but at some point during the party, 2 or 3 different rap groups or rap acts
will pop up,
and it would turn into a concert or a show of sorts.
Hey, the Party House, the Cove, they definitely
fresh
started.
I mean,
that's history right there
Pulled
too.
up my young ass, carried a couple crates in for him a couple nights, just soak in some. I just wanted to hear some music, really, and it was just, I'm like 12, 13 years old, just back in the corner, just
listening. There was a spot, I can't remember who DJ'd.
Our house
West
was a
LA,
spot
it was
for a
on
while.
Broadway. Did you ever hear about West LA?
I remember West LA.
Yeah, I snuck in
That
there
was
a
over
couple
by
times.
that was over by Broadway and Valentine.
Yep.
What was the place downtown that used to do the Jaeger shots we used to hang out at?
I never did
Long
Jaeger
time ago.
shots. I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever.
Never touched liquor in my life.
Effectively, we don't have an underground anymore.
No.
It doesn't need to be underground though. That's the problem. It's like, it's all mainstream now.
Yeah, but you missed the socialization of it, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's still underground in a certain way, but
There's
it's
still an underground. It's just not the same type of underground.
rock bands go through it here too. Like that, their scene is the same way.
Yeah, but your underground now requires individuals to have at least hundreds of followers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus,
here's the difference. You used to break into a warehouse or like rent a spot that was a raw warehouse spot and then throw a party.
Steal some electricity.
Steal some electricity. You used to do that.
Yeah.
I was at a couple of
And
those.
so like
And ain't nobody doing that.
That was underground
Oh, no.
because like
People
you're just
are still
like,
doing
nah,
that.
we kind of like
That was the excitement
It's
of
just
it.
not as it's just not as easy to do for one,
No,
and then for two,
they got wise to it.
it's not as many people doing it.
Yeah.
So it's and you know they're and also the laws have changed drastically. You
Yep.
just it's basically a slap on the wrist back in the day.
Yeah, now it's huge
Now,
fines.
yeah,
Do you
Jail
still have
time.
do you still have to have like a dance license or whatever they call it if you wanted
the
to?
venue
Dance
has
hall
to have a
license.
dance-
Dance hall
has
license?
to have a dance hall license, yes. And the venue also has to have a license for a DJ to play. And the
What?
venue also has to have a license for a motherfucking jukebox. Oh, the state and city are getting all
Wow.
of theirs.
Yeah.
And
Every
never-
dime.
You know that exotic dancers have to have a license now.
God.
I'm here to
No,
get
real
my
talk.
license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they pay
55
$75 a
70
year
Yeah.
Jeez.
to be able to strip.
Well, not strip.
Oh, my bad. Dance exotic.
Dance exotically.
Yeah. My bad. I didn't read
Yeah,
it.
they ain't showing nothing.
Gotta have a license
What
for the
the
juice
hell?
bar.
F this town.
Yeah.
Let's go back underground.
You know,
They want
what
tourism.
really made Kansas City
Yeah.
great back in the day, and Kansas City, to a degree, should have just held on to it for as long as they could have. Was jazz music,
Yep.
liquor,
Why do you think?
because liquor never stops. Prohibition never affected Kansas City,
Yeah.
and
The
prostitution.
foundation.
Man, if we would just
Yeah.
match
And
Illinois'
drugs.
liquor laws, we'd be straight.
Match Illinois' liquor law.
Yeah.
Well, I guess being a member of the foundation, I'm kind of spoiled. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck about
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
We have a 24-hour liquor license. Really, we can do.
I want to
whatever
go
we
back
want.
down there one night. Foundation.
I haven't been in the foundation when it's officially open since COVID.
I love going down there just because it was like
Oh, that's
you'd see all the young bucks, and then you'd see all the old cats come together,
Oh man.
and then they would just jam, and you'd just be like, "How am I seeing this? How is this like even possible?" Like, no, I saw those two together. Like Ida Macbeth and so, and you're
yeah.
like,
You
what?
just on a humbug. You're like,
Yeah,
oh damn.
like that dude. He could barely walk, and
Well,
he's
that one time
blind,
that was my
but
first time ever there.
he's playing the
I saw
dopest
it,
piano
yeah.
jazz
Never
I've
been
ever
there.
heard.
I was like, this is open till when?
Oh,
Yeah.
Open till
I remember
let's
going
go.
in there and I'm like, oh yeah, we got beer for sale. And I was like, it's past.
yeah,
And as popular as that spot is, that's like the one that's what the one like live underground experience you got.
Yeah. You think there'd
Right.
be more of that, but yeah, that's
Well, but that's because we have an advantage though. We're licensed to sell till 5 from the state.
was that a grandmother thing or is it?
It was a state
pretty
resolution.
much, we were gonna do it whether they were gonna let us do it or not. They figured, fuck it, let us go ahead and take a piece of the pie. And that's real, cause if they'd have, hold on, I ain't finna give away the game. Y'all better hope they don't take away our liquor license, cause y'all gonna be mad as fuck, cause y'all gonna have to pay a couple extra dollars to get in.
I'm just saying, you may have seen some of them legislators down there.
Oh yeah.
Shit, I forgot what I was
That's the
talking
other
about.
thing. You would see like you're like, oh, that's
Yeah.
the mayor.
No, that's state representative.
Yeah, they
The ones actually voting on the shit.
They won't get no.
say governor.
That's gonna, that place is gonna just stay there forever.
Shout out
But-
to
but-
the underground of Kansas City.
Yeah.
But that needs to expand more. I don't mean it has to blow across. It has to be a statewide thing. But there needs to be more pockets of that culture. That's how we got on. That's how we were.
Don't get it twisted. There are pockets of that culture in Kansas City because Kansas City has every neighborhood has an after hours.
Where they at?
Every neighborhood has, and some neighborhoods have several after hours. So the late night, there are and some of these.
Who
after
do I need to
hours
be talking
with those
to
shows.
to find these spots?
See, that's what I'm saying.
Who's the guy that knows?
Well, but see, it can be dicey. It can be dicey.
See, after hours are lawless.
Yeah,
Is that all
Yeah.
you're gonna say?
yeah.
I think I can imagine.
Yeah, I guess I guess I'm answering my own question.
Some after hours have bootleg stripping. Some after hours got crap games and domino games.
More power to them.
Yeah.
Some all after hours sell liquor, and most of them let you smoke inside. Some of them selling you some weed. So after hours like one stop shop.
Yeah.
Hey, I escaped a shootout at after hours by about 15 minutes.
Now I don't want to go. No.
I mean, but it's just like going out in Kansas City. Anyway, you can go to Swope Park. Yeah. Don't go to Swope Park.
Yeah.
At night for what?
Of course not.
Why?
Why?
Who?
Exactly.
So,
Hey, that's the spot to go to.
I know you're not from here.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am.
You're
No,
born
I'm from
in-
New York.
no, you're
Yeah,
not.
I was born in New York, and then my mom moved to Florida when I was 3, and met my brother's dad there, and he was from here.
I see
So
you wound up
we
here.
just kind of did the Florida, Kansas City, New York. So that was pretty much my whole life.
So how old were you when you came here?
When we finally stayed here, I was in 5th grade because I went to Melcher.
Okay, so you're from here.
Yeah, I guess that's
I mean, yeah, that's long. Yeah,
long
That's
enough
enough.
time.
More
So,
than 8 years here than you're from here.
Yeah, but yeah.
Kansas City does that to you. Oh, you from here, Gary?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Misery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Westport actually.
Oh, shit.
Straight up.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
What school did you go to?
High school I went to Rockhurst.
No shit.
No shit.
Fresh.
I was one of those special cases. Like, oh, let's let the poor boy in.
I know a few of those. Special
Like all my friends went to Miege or Hogan,
Oh, okay.
and I was like the only dude from my school that went to Rockhurst. But I don't dismiss it now because I got a hell of an education. Look, by the time I was a senior, we were doing quantum theories, quantum physics, like basics of it. Mm-hmm. But like, I mean, like algebra 1, algebra 2 were like the second year. Calculus, that was like third and fourth, and then quantum.
Do you use any of that now?
Not a lick of it. But I'm glad I got it because when I switched over to college, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you guys don't know this yet? Like, I thought, like, I was just getting a normal
You know, how ahead of the game you were,
education.
yeah.
And then I got into college and was like, man, you guys can't even, just the basics of math is hard for a lot of people. And I was like, all right.
yeah.
Well, so I got a great
when I got to
education.
MU,
So
I tested out of algebra, so I didn't. And I'm seeing people like going through the semester like having heart attacks and crying and not sleeping and pumping up and ODing on no-dose and,
Oh my God,
and
no-dose.
caffeine pills
Vibrant.
and shit because they're going crazy trying to study for an algebra test. I'm like, man, I didn't realize. I mean, I knew that we were advanced at Lincoln, but I didn't know we were.
oh yeah,
Oh shit. Okay.
I was good at
I was fucked on algebra in college.
geometry. I was good at because I could put
Oh,
the
no, you use
I could
geometry
put-
every.
well, I could also put shapes to numbers. And as an artist, it was a lot easier for me to understand. Like, in math, you're just like putting the numbers out there and trying to figure out how that works. And you're just like, for me, that was a lot harder than seeing like a shape that came out of a number and you could do it that way. So, yeah, geometry I aced, but the rest of the math, God. It was and they didn't have any art classes. Like, they had one my senior year because I bitched the entire time I was
How
there.
come you don't have art
I was like,
class?
how come you guys don't have, I was like, how can you say you're a well-rounded education without art? Like, art, like,
no music classes or anything.
they had music,
Okay.
but I'm talking like drawing.
No, but no.
None.
For real?
None. And then, like, my senior year, because I bitched the entire time, they finally got an art class in. And it was this Jesuit priest, and he would just set up a still life on a table and then have us draw it, and he didn't know anything about drawing. he did not know how to like shade, didn't know how to tell us how to draw it or anything. So I was like, man, this is ridiculous. But now they have art because I think it's because I bitch so damn much. Like the entire 4 years I was there, I was just like, when are you going to get an art class? When are you going to start doing art? When are you going to start doing this? And they're just like, they didn't understand. I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, the spoon you eat with was created by an artist. The forks, the plates, the things you think aren't important or basic were made by an artist, or thought, or the conceptualization was an artist that did it. And they finally go out, oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I do miss art. I had plenty of opportunity, but I sucked at it.
Oh yeah, I'm
horrible.
I have a good mind, and now that like it's the 2022, I can get an app and I can I know what I want to see, and I can kind
make it yourself.
maneuver it to make that happen. So
I just got one of those digital drawing pads, and I'm like, whoa, this makes it real easy. Like,
yeah, but if I had to actually draw something out, it's gonna you'll know what it was, but it's gonna look very left-handed.
Yeah, I clay, all that. I was so mad at myself.
I'm not good at.
I tried, but I just couldn't do it.
3-dimensional, like sculpting.
Nah.
And then I like, you like look at Scribe. I'm like next to Scribe, and he's like, like he can build like an animal in like 3 minutes, and like I'm like, oh man. That I learned a lot of like real tight cut techniques from Scribe, just sitting behind him and watching him, like how he does the detail in the eyes and stuff. And he kind of showed me how to like do that. Now I know how to do a character on a wall because I sat behind him for, years just watching him do his thing, and like how he turned his hand or tilted it and things like that. But now and like I do, he has these muscles that built up that you can control the width. Like when you're doing a spray, you can go like an airbrush. You know how to. You have that muscle now in your hand that just. Then his is like even stronger than mine. His is like crazy because he can do these little fine, like he'll start at a fat and just down to just a point. And I'm like, I can't do that.
And his son is no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of the stuff posted on Facebook that his son's done. Yeah,
he just got into Chicago.
Oh,
yeah, he's going up there next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, little art kids, just love them.
And then his other son's like a mechanical like genius.
Yeah, they're building mopeds and shit.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I guess he's Sky was talking about today where he buys like mopeds, used mopeds, or ones that are debunked, and he'll rebuild them and sell them again. So,
damn,
it's cool to see the art. The kids come from the artists and just come up and.
Yeah, but his oldest son is hands down. He's like so much ahead of where I was when I started like college or like at that time in my life. He is like eons beyond where I was, and I'm like, oh man, you're gonna be real dope.
Hi, Scribe.
Shout out.
Sorry I didn't call you.
It's all her fault.
DANIGIRL didn't.
No, you were busy. I was just trying to.
I didn't think you were even in town. I thought it was out of town doing some stuff.
No, he does frequently go out of town. Like next, and then like probably 3 or 4 weeks, we're going back up to Chicago. I'm going up there with him again. So.
Oh, fresh.
Yeah, I guess he's got a mural gig that's going on up there, and he's taking his son up there to paint. But he was telling me today, he's like, he wants his son to like do his own journey by himself, like in Chicago, because he's going to be there next year. He's like, hey, you need to figure this town out a little bit. So, take a Uber or whatever you need to do, hop on the L or, figure out the city a little bit.
Set him loose, huh?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
If that's where he's going to be next year, might as well get a head start.
Yeah, I mean, if he's got a kind of a better grasp and concept, especially how the subway lines, you get that idea of like, and for me, like doing New York was a lot easier than the lines in Chicago, because you had a lot more in New York. Like the lines were like you could walk 2 blocks, and same thing in Chicago, but there's like 4 or 5 lines in
Yeah, it's like orange line,
blue line, pink line. Yeah, and then in New York, there's like there are a lot more.
They go by colors in Chicago, and then in New York, it's like the A train. Are the Chicago trains numbered or lettered?
I think they are, but
no, it's just
colors.
Oh, is it?
Red
Is it?
line.
There's the color lines, yeah. But the system's called the L.
F the subway. It's too hot. There's like fire going down in New York City.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like going up there in the summertime, I was like, oh, and then like, that whole Marilyn Monroe where her skirt's blowing up. We finally, I was like, oh, it's a subway car going by underneath, but that blast of air that comes up, it smells like urine and sweat, and it's hot. It's like the most disgusting thing, and I'm thinking that whole Marilyn Monroe picture of her doing that was like, that's probably her just like, oh my God, it smells.
Oh my
That's why her eyes were like,
Yeah,
Back then.
yeah. Oh, it's horrible.
ooh, that was like so new too. Oh man, yeah, that's the worst.
Damn.
It's a I learned real quick to not go over those grates, like not
Hold
walk
your breath.
on, like walk on the
Yeah,
side.
when I was in Brooklyn, we drove in and parked at the. We had a brownstone for Airbnb that we stayed at, and I just walked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd sit on the back porch and smoke one, and be like, man, I'm hungry. And I'd be like, all right, I just go out.
yeah. Food's like 2 blocks away. It's not even that.
Just pick a
Yeah,
direction to walk, and
yeah.
bam.
Gonna walk into something.
It's definitely not boring there.
Well, the thing I learned in Chicago, like I always watch those the rap videos where that light's swinging and they're in like a stairwell. I had no idea that like I went tunnel running. So you go down the subway, you run down the tunnel, and those doors that go up to the street. That's where those lights are. And when the subway car goes by, that's why they're swinging. And I didn't know it until I was sitting in in that little cubby hole, and all of a sudden the lights started swinging as the thing went by, and I was like, oh, that's where they're at in all those like rap videos. Like I had no idea.
Wow.
But yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. See, it's only certain lines that whenever I'm in Chicago, I've only been like twice, and been able to do like quote unquote touristy stuff. Every other time I've been up for a show, and so it's kind of like get in, check in the hotel, go sound check, go back to the hotel, try and take a quick nap, go do the show. Then it's always some after party somewhere, and I got to be back at Grand Central Station at like 6 in the morning. So fuck it, I'm gonna just go ahead and stay up so I can just sleep all the way. I've never really gotten to just like hang out, and I found the Bean once on accident.
Yep.
And I can't tell you where it is or how
I've only found it once too myself, and I stumbled across it like you. I was like, oh, that's the big mirror thing.
where everybody's sitting under.
Yeah. That's the way that love thing is. I found that in New York. That I'd seen all the pictures of the LOVE, and I didn't realize it was a big sculpture until I ran across. It was at the Guggenheim or one of those museums, and I was like, oh, okay, that's that.
Yeah, it's funny when you walk around Central Park, you're like, oh yeah, I remember. You recognize things from TV. You're just like, oh, okay.
Well, the one thing I bugged out was just like you turn a corner and there's like some supermodel you've only seen in magazines, and there's some dude with some big light thing, and like this photographer out there just like taking pictures. And you're just like, oh my God, that.
Oh, those. Hey,
Yeah.
when
Or
they're
you
filming,
see a movie happening, and you're just
don't
like,
get in the way. They yell at you.
yeah.
Like, you're in my shot, motherfucker. I'm trying to go to work right here.
Somebody told me that when because we were staying maybe like 6 blocks from the Biggie Memorial, the Biggie wall that they painted,
Yeah.
or the
mural
one in Brooklyn. So I'm walking around by there. Hey, get out the way! You in my shot? Like, motherfucker, I'm from Kansas City. You might get shot.
Nah, because you
packing
better
guns.
not have no pistol in New York City. No, sir.
I'm smarter than
Oh,
that.
shit.
Word to Plaxico Burris. Don't do it.
Word to Lil Wayne, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Word to Tupac, don't do it.
New York is a whole
Word
different.
to
It's an
Prodigy,
animal.
don't do it. Because that's one of the things. One of the times he went to jail was because of gun charge, packing.
Actually, Tupac walked off of his activity, didn't
Oh
he?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Pac went to jail for the other stuff. I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Super no.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you listening to now, Danny?
No, nothing. Do not listen to anything, to be honest.
I mean, it
does suck.
I'm not saying necessarily hip hop wise. I'm just saying in general.
don't.
What? You don't listen to anything?
Old people just don't listen. You know who
It's
I've gotten
sad.
into lately though is Casely, the stuff that he's putting out. But he did one with like 110 rhymers on it.
Is he good now?
No. I'm not saying like he doesn't rhyme. He just does these fat beats. But he has this one that has 110.
Oh, you said K Flay.
Casely.
Oh, K
Slay.
Slay. DJ K Slay?
Yeah.
Wasn't he sick?
He might have been, but now he's producing stuff.
No shit.
But he's got this one with 110 guys on it, but it's got everybody from Papoose to Method Man to Redman to Melly Mel to Spoonie G. Like all these old school cats with these new
Shout
school
out.
cats. And it's just it's like a 50-minute rhyme. Like song. It's just one song and it's all these dudes.
I have XM on, and when I'm driving around, it's the only time I ever listen to it. I don't know. I think I just tapped out and just lost interest in it. I don't know,
I think because
sadly.
I think because if it's where I work and I have to listen to music all day, I still listen to stuff. Now ironically, I hardly ever listen to like rap music anymore.
Yeah.
And when I do, it's a lot of times it's Kendrick Lamar's "To Pimp a Butterfly" album. I think that is the best rap album ever.
Yeah. I know, it's like that. I don't know what else. You hear one thing and it's like,
I listen to the new Big
I
Crit.
don't know. What do you guys
I
listen?
mean, I have Pandora. Or not
Okay,
Pandora.
just let it play.
Tidal. So I like.
That's title on Spotify.
I listen to a lot of. I listen to any and everything, honestly.
I listen to a lot of the curated playlists. Yeah. You know.
I listened to
Some of them are good. Some are pretty good. You know what I mean? Some of them, you know.
If there's somebody I hear,
I'm gonna go to my Tidal now, just because I really do listen to like a lot of different stuff.
I do. I mean, I listen to bluegrass a lot. I like that.
I don't hear anything unless
And that's really twangy, and a lot of people are like, what? How do you go? And it'll be on, like, my playlist is so weird, because it goes from, like, some, like, hip-hop song, like, from Too Short to, like, some bluegrass to Johnny Cash to, I don't know.
it's funny to hear all these. Like Too Short has a show on. Is he on Shade 4-5? He's on there, and Roxanne Shante has her own show and on LL's channel. So I listen to them, but sometimes those DJs play the same thing too over and over again. So it's like
There's the Nisha turned me on to that worldwide. Have you seen that? There's like where you can go. It's a world map, a globe map, and then you can press like France, and it'll bring up like a station in France, and you can hear whatever's on that station, or you can go to like Uganda, and
To what they're
and
playing.
listen to what they're playing.
That's
It's
what's up.
really cool.
I
I
like
forgot
to
the
just-
name of it. But
what are you gonna play?
So, well, I'm not playing any of it because we don't have money to be paying no.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That's the way.
But
So I mean, we're
I've
basically
listened to, like-
we're all slaves to the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
pretty
I listen
much.
To, like,
It
Music
made us
Soul
lazy.
Child, Foreign Exchange, Mad
It's
I always
Mark,
love Foreign Exchange.
Broken Lynch Hung, this chick named Kendra Morris, Q-Tip, Duran Jones, and the Indications. Hey, shout out to Duran Jones and the Indications. Those
Yeah.
motherfuckers are smooth.
I'll have to listen to that.
Yeah, check them out.
You know, Facebook.
Ill Al
If I start,
Scratch. Real talk. I was listening to that. I always fuck up how you pronounce it, but Kruger.
Where my homies come around my way.
Krugerman.
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 Yeah.
Krugerman.
It's a trio. Dude that plays lead guitar looks like he's on a heroin high and they're all from like Austin.
But think like Bollywood funk.
And
Oh God.
and Dirty Hippie.
Dirty.
And it's like it's funky shit. I'll play.
It's
some
funky.
after we. Yeah,
It's funky. And
Kendrick
in
Lamar.
live they do a little hip hop medley too. This is pretty dope. Yeah.
See, it's just too much. It's like brain overload sometimes.
Have
though.
you heard
cool
of
as
Steven
hell.
Seagal's?
Uh-uh.
They're from like Denmark, and they do covers of like AC/DC, but they're like they have a banjo and they play the anvil
Oh shit.
and like all this weird, like they'll take farm instruments and just make music out of them. But they're yeah, if you've ever heard them, they're very twangy kind of country, but they're also like it's an AC/DC cover, so it's just like You Shook Me All Night Long is like it's pretty dope to hear on a
Are
banjo.
they like Oh Brother Where Art Thou Twangy?
Yeah, they're kind
Okay.
of like that, but
Okay, I could probably rock with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely
like
I
that
have
stuff.
Oh Brother on my playlist. I love anything from that movie I liked.
Yeah, that's one thing about music now is just way too many. I mean, you get so lost in it.
There's a
It's
lot
wonderful,
Yeah.
and then it's like, I can't go through.
and that's reminds me of the intro to Joe Good's "How May I Help You" mixtape, where somebody was saying
The great thing is that
great thing about the internet is that anybody can make their own music,
Yeah.
and he's like the bad thing about the internet or the worst thing.
It was
the
about
internet
technology is what it
or,
is.
yeah, everybody can make their own. And I was like, damn, you're not lying because in Kansas City alone, it's very easy to get lost because there are new rappers every day
Yeah.
Every day.
and
That demand attention.
and think that and they high.
That demand attention.
Block rappers.
And I don't deny that some of them are hot, but I know, I'm also when cats, I've stopped even, well, for free I have. If you want to pay me a consultant fee, I'll listen to your music and give you my honest opinion. Because if you're paying me a consultation fee, that means that you understand that this is a business and you're not going to take whatever I'm saying personally, like I'm attacking you.
I see what you're saying.
Motherfuckers that don't want to pay that consultation fee think that I'm talking about them. No, bro, your music's trash. I've said your music is trash so many times. I don't know how we're discussing that it's not your music. It's your music, bro. Your music. You don't
Needs
need
work.
that.
I always think I find somebody new, and then it's like, oh yeah, we heard those dude like 12 years ago. I'm like, oh,
Oh, that happens to me all the time.
like that's how much music is out there now. It's
I
just
just
like
got up
it's
on
everywhere.
Was it Stolen Peoples or Smiling Peoples or something Peoples? See, I can't even tell you the name of the fucking group now. But they were from like 2006 to like 2009 maybe or something like that. I was like, damn.
You just
they
now hearing about it.
had 2 albums? This is it? I'm just not getting wind of this? This shit's dope.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of music out there. That's why I just try to find something that when I am looking for music, I just try to find something that I like, and if there's a on title or something, you may, if you like this, you may like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you kind of search around. Yeah, I've done that many
And then
times.
plus, I guess I do a lot of driving too.
Yeah.
So I need to, I have to listen because I can't listen to sports talk all day.
Oh man, I've worked the 3 sign shops I've worked in. The newest one is fine, but the last 3 I worked in was sports talk all day, and I'm like, dude, come on. I learned to just wear headphones, and now I wear them all the time because it cancels. I don't have to wear those noise canceling. I just put on my headphones and play music while I'm doing stuff. But yeah, it's like
I got sucked into
they
a
say
period of
something
that.
in the morning. They'll say exactly what they're gonna say the rest of the day.
Yep.
If you just
Like
listen to
CNN.
it at 8 a.m. when they say it, that's it. That's all you need. They're gonna repeat everything over and over and over, and that's all they do. It's like, come on. There's only so much you could say about it.
Yep.
I just
So,
come home and watch my shows and veg out on the couch.
I do that. Yeah, I'm like, everybody's like, oh, you pay for Netflix. I'm like, nah, I don't pay for any of those because I can go to this one spot and it's all
right there.
yeah, and it's like it's and the people that own the site don't get busted because it's people everywhere just copying and
I
downloading.
need to find
it
some
and-
of those bootleg channels again because I knew how to do it, and then they kind of the links break or
I
whatever.
can tell you how to do it.
I got that
Danny.
work for you.
See,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
I got that work for you.
that right there is the underground hip hop spirit.
I did.
I gotta see. That's the underground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I watch
Netflix.
bootleg
I'm
Netflix.
watching
We
this
watched
bootleg.
that. Yep.
What Rocco knows. I was about to.
We was talking with Lyft about Napster and shit, man. Like,
my
like,
God.
Oh yeah.
like, man,
That's
shit.
the worst. Sitting there waiting for that shit. What was the next one? LimeWire.
LimeWire.
Waiting for
But
to
that
load
shit
up.
built some of Kansas City music. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Oh man, I hate it.
a good chunk.
That is funny.
Hated Napster and LimeWire because I would download a song thinking it was gonna be the song.
And
And it was yeah.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Or you
rolled into some Soulja
See
Boy
what
or
I
some
learned,
shit.
you have to kind of download it and then start playing it once it's to a certain amount, and then you can finally hear like what the first part of it is, and then it's like, oh no, that's not the song.
Hey, look, you had to get you some smoke,
Yeah.
get you some drink,
Then I had a couple computers catch AIDS from.
Oh yeah.
and you tell people, hey, don't call me, dog. Don't call me because I'm about to get on.
Oh, see, I was bougie. I had a dedicated line just for.
Do you have
my
two
mobile.
phone
Man,
lines?
those I stopped doing the torrent thing because yeah,
BitTorrent.
you get that blue screen of death after too many of those. You're like, oh no,
As
I gotta wipe my whole computer.
as Gunjack said, your computer has AIDS.
Yeah.
Premium
At
AIDS.
Zamunda, boy, your computer would get fucked
Zamunda.
up sometimes.
Woo!
I'd be like,
Gunjack.
hey, who the fuck was in here looking at porn?
Bro. Bro.
Never mind. He who shall not be named.
Oh my goodness, yeah, I ain't gonna put that one on him, but yeah. Y'all can take a guess.
No, because you go in like the night before we'd had a session, recorded some shit, everything's good. You know what I'm saying? We come in the next day to listen to it, bounce it down or whatever. Computer ain't working.
Bro. And back then, I was living in the digital hood.
Yeah, motherfuckers go check the history or whatever, the bookmark history,
Yeah.
all that shit, whatever. It's hella porn.
Yeah. And see, I would run no antivirus, no none, cause I was downloading off that shit. You know what I mean? And so I wouldn't even fuck with it because I'm not really going nowhere except to download audio or the record pools, or that's about it. I'm not fucking.
Nobody used the
See?
internet on that computer at all. There was another computer in there that you could use the internet on that had antivirus and all that shit.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Nobody went. Just
The studio
Rocco was probably
computer?
The only motherfucker that used the internet on the
studio computer.
Cuzzo
Yeah.
and maybe Banks. But other than that, nobody used the internet on that computer. And if they did,
Because we knew why.
Man,
See, porn is evil.
we came back in the next day. It's about 3:00 in the afternoon. We like, hell yeah, man. We better, we think we killed that song. Let's, we better check it out.
Boop, 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 boop,
Hey, who's looking at porn?
blue screen. Pew!
He who shall not be named was just like,
password lock on the
night.
computer so he who should not be named stop watching the porn?
No.
Just wiped it and.
It's better than trying to play a song.
see,
We just reset the matrix and went on back.
You hear the
But
sex
see,
scene
the
really loud,
problem
like,
was,
The computer on.
I hated having to have the computer wiped because it would take Rockwell like 2 or 3 weeks to do it. Not to actually do it, but to get around to doing it because Rockwell didn't give a fuck because Rockwell wasn't trying to record nothing. So we'd be all like, can't rush him because then he's going to be petty about it and take an extra couple of days. So we looking at who shall not be named like, hey, you about to walk to Brooklyn and get us some fucking cheese.
Oh my God! Oh, I'd be so goddamn mad because hey man, fucking Windows install ain't what it is now, boy.
That shit would take hours.
Wait a minute. What was the shitty the one with the V Windows Vista.
Oh,
God!
that was
Like
the worst.
every 2 days,
Shut down.
like you need
Sounds
to,
like the dark ages.
Yeah,
Update.
you need to load this fix.
Huh? What? Okay.
There was a fix every 2 days on that
Okay.
thing.
Huh? Okay. Hold up. Now, didn't this fix just undid the fix? Y'all
Yeah.
What's going on here?
I think I only owned one Vista computer ever, and the only reason it was
I
Vista
about killed mine.
is because that was what was on the backup on the hard drive, so I just installed it.
Oh.
I always had Frankenstein computers. Just
I had a
never
Vista
could.
laptop.
Mm-hmm.
I threw it away.
Yep. Vista was worthless. It crashed. It wasn't even like you should just not get a computer just until Vista was gone. Because like the one after that was great. Like they
And see, that's
all
another
the
thing
problems.
about what we missing. Like, I mean, real talk. I come from the Tommy Lift lineage of getting this motherfucking software and getting down. You know what I mean?
I remember Tommy Lift showing up to a show with a cathode ray tube
Yep.
that was big in a motherfucker. And I was like,
Dude, when we did the original flavor pack, we did it on the original Macs, the first Macs.
Yeah.
So you'd hit like, you know how you wanted to distort something? So you distort the image and then you hit send and then you'd be like, okay, we got about a half hour. Let's go get something to eat and come back. And then if you didn't like what it did, then you started all
over. God
It was a
damn.
half hour though for every like graphic thing you did. or
Every
something.
render shit.
Like say you blew up some text, just made it bigger, half hour. To have it just go through it and then blow it up, and you're like, yeah, that didn't work. I don't like it.
I remember.
That sucks,
No wonder
man.
why I took flavor pack.
Yeah.
I remember rendering mixtapes in fucking SoundForge.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's got to be the same.
And back then, the render time was damn near as long as live recording.
render time 3 hours 47 minutes.
Yeah.
What? It's only 60 minutes of music on this motherfucker. Why?
You see people now like get mad, like, dang it, like that stream it glitched. I'm like, what? It just glitched for like 3 seconds.
And Lord help me if you ever thought about rendering video back then.
I know.
You better have days.
Yeah.
Days, man.
And you better hope your computer doesn't like accidentally go to sleep on you or something in the middle of it because it's not familiar.
Yeah.
Something
Or
like
overheat. Yeah, as soon as it went to sleep, the whole
put the
program
fan on
just
it.
glitched, and then you'd have to start over. Yeah. Oh my
So
gosh.
every 3 hours you gotta go.
Yep.
Man,
Cat or something.
Those are the days.
golly, so many hours, man.
you
So
had to
many
be,
hours.
You had to be dedicated. It was all about
Look how
dedication.
far it's progressed. you
Yeah.
know.
Or you keep your software right. What you had to do is you keep your software right, and you queue you up about 15 files at a time, right? And you just go in there and check on it about every hour.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's gonna take you about 9 hours. It's gonna take you about 9 hours to get everything you're looking for. Unless you catch one of them cats that's the plug that keeps this shit online all the time, and then you keep that shit. But you still talking about 56K. Actually, I think eventually it got to 128.
Yeah.
On the phone line.
Dude, I remember when they came out with those zip drives. That was
Yeah.
a game changer.
Oh yeah.
Because you could put half a song or like half a graphic on it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when if you had a 16-bit,
16 megabyte. Yeah.
Flash drive or
Yep.
portable hard drive. Oh, you had the shit, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was moving memory.
On the hard cassettes, not the floppies. When it switched from those floppies to the hard.
Man, I remember those. Keep those away from the magnets.
Now we're sounding old as hell.
There was a show at the Granada, and I remember having to use or play DATs for somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
I
wow.
recorded that
God.
on
I don't remember who
Project
was-
on DATs back in the day. And then we had ADATs after that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it was straight digital.
All you techie guys. I know.
Oh, I'm not techie at all. I just rap, and I've learned some stuff. Pandemic was boring as fuck, so I had to do something. So I watched like videos on how to how to stream.
Yeah.
And see, there's the other thing. Like now you could just I don't know how to do this. Let me go on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let me go on YouTube.
Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. We'll get close.
Now I can put a tub in.
I see so much shit.
Oh,
I'm just
I had
like,
a homegirl.
It's like the Matrix. I know Kung Fu.
Changing out some engine parts and shit.
Yes.
Watching YouTube, she's like, I was like, oh, you got your car fixed? She's like, yeah, I just went ahead and did it myself. I watched YouTube and I was like, shit, that's what's up.
I've done that with signs at work. Been like, I have no idea how to those. It's a system, and they'll put it in a box, and I'm supposed to figure it out. I'm like, YouTube it. Oh, okay, that's how you do it.
people building houses by themselves on YouTube. and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I bitch and moan about the commercials and shit, but it's an invaluable resource, man. Like,
Plus, then you got the other videos like those guys like in Vietnam that build those houses.
Oh,
They dig 'em out
and it's like out of poles and shit.
But it's
that
like the
bamboo.
most relaxing thing to watch.
like,
You're just
man.
like, this is amazing. There's no
I
sound.
really
It's
felt
just
like that
like
wasn't
birds
real for
chirping
a
or whatever,
while.
and somebody digging a
Like,
hole.
there's no way this guy could, these
Yeah.
two
Yeah,
could have
he's out
done
there
that.
really-
How long do you think that?
thatching the house together.
It's got to take somewhat. It's got to
year.
take
I
some
mean,
months.
come on.
I don't think because it makes it look like they did it in one day, but there's no
Well,
way they did that.
He built a little pool, little
Yeah.
thing to lay
Because when
on.
he built the pool, I was like,
The one that's the underground pool with the slide. I was like,
Yeah.
ain't no fucking way.
and then there's that.
And he went and got food and
There's a
Damn.
girl. There's a girl that does it, and she dug this thing that was like 2 stories deep. This big hole, and then she carved rocks to make it look like a rock. And then she
Damn.
carved a waterfall, and then she carved a house into the side of the. I was like, yeah, okay. That did not take even a week. It just looks like it goes together really quick, but yeah, it's got to be months and months.
Oh, man.
So I brought something for you guys.
Oh shit.
I said to myself, I don't need stuff, stuff I've collected over the years and things like that. So I want to pass it to you guys. If you don't mind hand-me-downs.
Oh, shit. I have no problem with it.
So you guys will have to fight over the shirt, but I wanted to give you that.
Yo!
The
Yo!
DJ.
Yo!
And then I found these.
Oh
Some
my
old flavor
gosh.
packs.
Flavor
I was
pack.
trying to remember, who did that?
Kodak.
I had that. These are some old
Yo!
flyers and tags. So I'll put those there so you guys have those. And then one of each of these guys I've had left over. I think everybody had those around town.
Yeah.
Because, you just get sent those over and over again. But remember Seventh Heaven?
Styling on you.
Seventh Heaven, back in the day, we'd have all those pictures hanging up of everybody that signed it. I have them all.
Yo!
I took all of them. I'm pretty sure I took all of them. So there was, of course, I have that one. Search.
Oh man.
I think I got this from when I met Duran Duran. I don't know.
Oh wow.
Well, these were all at when I was in New York. Jennifer Lopez. I don't remember. Yeah, Fobolo. Everlast. Cube. Somehow I got that.
Yo.
Above the Law.
Oh shit.
That's crazy.
Goody Mob.
Oh shit.
Yes, they were.
Goody Mob.
Loki. Smooth. I don't know. He's kind of like one of those
I remember Smooth.
one-hit Prince Marky D.
Fresh.
Box. I don't remember this. I think Spice One.
Oh my gosh.
Biggity Spice, Wiggity One.
Rude Boys.
Oh shit.
Don E. He had like a couple.
I remember Don E.
Yeah, kind
that
of.
funk.
No, what were they calling it? Or late acid jazzy.
Kinda.
When they were kind of
Yeah.
calling it whatever back then. Who's this? I don't know who that is. Ground Floor or somebody. Far Side, but it's not signed. Naughty by Nature. I haven't looked through these in a while.
Oh wow.
What else I got? Is that Father MC?
Father.
Yes it is. Hey.
That was fun. The Shadow. So where America's Pub is, used to be the Shadow. Towards like before they shut down, they used to have these
Oh
radio
my
station.
God! I'm looking at the bottom of that stack right now.
This one?
Yes.
Nuts.
Illegal.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
look
legal
how
is-
old this is. It's like turning yellow.
Who's that? That
Taylor.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
I'll have to let you look through these.
The one kid group of the '90s that you had to respect.
Oh man, look, Illegal was about that life.
It was about that life.
Were they like nephews or something of somebody?
No, but they was up under Eric Sermon.
They started off
yeah.
with Eric Sermon.
Yeah.
He was a producer that produced a lot of tracks and was their executive producer for the album.
That
Hey,
was
that
fun.
Illegal album was hard. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put that on my title tonight.
And that Jamal album was hard.
Oh
see.
man, look, those
Who the fuck want to see Jamal or Face Jamal?
fades them
Oh
all.
yeah. I don't know this. I've had this magazine, but I don't think it's in. Here's a old Chia Lee
Oh shit.
flyer I kept.
Wow.
I'm keeping like all this stuff. I have to keep. I can't get rid of this stuff. But you know,
Oh no, we definitely gonna show it off real quick.
It's-
Oh,
it's
here's some
pretty.
Jungle Brothers shit on the back.
The jungle.
this was
Brothers.
somebody from Hieroglyphics.
Oh,
I
is this
think.
this is a
Extra
like
prolific.
a mini
It was
comic.
like a little comic book. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
little comic books.
Yeah, that's extra pro.
So 94. Okay. Wow,
Hyro.
that's crazy. Yeah,
Nice.
I like to
Well,
pull
man,
that stuff out.
Dude, I feel like a kid again.
Hell yeah, man.
I was like, what can I bring? I gotta find some. I had to dig through some boxes.
You didn't tell me to bring stuff. I would have brought some stuff.
We'll do next time.
Oh, you coming back?
I got
Oh
stuff.
yeah, you coming back?
You coming back?
So y'all gonna have to fight over each other for this, I think. So they used to
Yes.
send shirts to Seventh Heaven. So this is one of the original
Oh,
J. Rue
shit.
the Damager shirts.
Oh
It's
shit.
freaking huge. So you guys,
We might hang that.
I think
You guys-
I think we're gonna frame that.
you can hang that here.
Yeah.
I got
We're actually over in the audience section
Wait,
over
he
there.
was
which-
down at
At the Crossroads,
Crossroads. You were at that show?
we opened up for him.
There's like 20 people at that show, and he got drunk with everybody all day long. He was partying with
He was
everybody.
kicking it in the back line.
And then he threw like
He did a hell
the
of a show.
dopest show, and it was like rainy and muddy.
rainy and- oh, it was
yeah,
all disgusting.
and there was like 10 people maybe in the crowd, like when he went on.
Because
and-
for a little bit, I thought they were gonna cancel it. I was like, man, it's really rainy.
Yeah.
Smooth was like, man, you think they're gonna cancel it? And I was like,
Danny, I am rocking this bag, yo.
Oh, I have one more. This is probably the only one flavor pack
oh my
shirt
God.
left.
Oh!
So you guys, I'm gonna pass this down to you guys.
Dude, I haven't even seen that in a
Oh,
while.
that's definitely going
I
up.
think Jeremy only made like
Yeah.
maybe not even a handful.
He didn't
Wow.
even. Yeah, he did
dude, I
make
haven't
that.
been in almost 30 years.
Dude, I
Yo.
gotta get a flick of that one because he'll be freaking out.
The green screen is kind of fucking with us here, but it actually makes it kind of dope.
Man, Oh man, thank you.
Oh,
Look at it. That's pretty cool. The green screen.
That is Kansas City
Yeah,
history
stuff
right
had
there.
to come out of the vault.
right.
yo!
Hold that up again. I'm gonna get a
Straight up.
flick of that. Jeremy will love that.
Look what I broke out.
Oh yeah.
I know I have.
Yo.
I had one more Flavor Pack shirt left. I can't get rid of that one.
Oh man. Yeah.
Back
Definitely
in the
order
day.
some frames. Yeah.
No, you have to get those.
Shirt thing. Yeah.
What are those damn things called?
What they got
Mannequins.
boards?
Yeah,
Yeah, they-
mannequins.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do it all.
I know a guy.
There's probably the whole garage on the side of there is full of them.
A story about mannequins.
Uh-oh.
So the before downtown was booming like it is now, when it was dead. Mm-hmm. So the old Macy's building,
Yeah.
we would climb up. There was a fire escape next to it, and then we could hop onto the roof,
Yeah.
and we would paint up there. But the door was open, and you could go inside the building. No alarms or nothing, but we would go in there, and there was it was creepy because it was all like abandoned. But for one like big room on one floor, it was like you walked in and there was just mannequins.
Oh
And
wow.
so like imagine it being all dark and like light coming from the window, but having a whole room of mannequins.
It was creepy down there. Back
Man, just imagine if you would have had smartphones back then.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God.
I'm so thankful that we didn't have smartphones.
Yeah. I probably would have been in jail if I had a smartphone.
Oh man.
And there's no physical. Well, there's actually some physical record of it, but he don't show that.
Yeah.
I do want to go through. I have to, you guys. I think I have like a box full of cassettes, and I had this little mini camera and I filmed a lot of footage, so I just have to go through it. Not to send it your way, so you guys can take a look at it.
For sure.
So it'd be cool.
Shit.
It's like I want to archive
make a
some
lot
of
of
that
noise.
stuff.
What's that?
Eventually,
restroom.
Oh, go ahead.
thought about doing it.
Yes.
Is it gonna make?
Let's go.
No, we're wrapping up anyway.
Yeah.
Gotta pee.
I appreciate y'all coming down, hanging out with us on the lawn tonight.
It's fun. I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Whether you want me to or
Oh
not.
yeah, you come.
Oh, no,
there's
for sure.
There's an open door policy.
Just come hang out.
You know what time we do it, where we are. This
I'll
is-
have to-
I don't know where you live.
Wrangle Scribe at one night. As
Yeah,
well.
we'll do.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
Jeremy
Yeah,
and
and
Scribe.
Jeremy,
Yeah, we gotta do that.
yeah.
We gotta do that.
Jeremy's the working guy now, chopping trees down. So,
Yeah, he's an arborist.
Yeah,
as I said, Boris.
trips me out when he posts some of the pictures from work. I'm like,
No.
Well, yeah, and then I like see him one time. I'm like, what happened to your foot? Chainsaw went through it.
Oh, jeez.
He was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get steel toes for now, though. Like he went out and bought some shoes after that, but he didn't wear steel toes.
Please don't
Like,
hurt yourself.
oh man.
man, shout out
Oh.
Jeremy McConnell. Shout out you guys.
No, shout out to you guys.
I
Thanks.
really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you the work you put in.
I cry.
Over the years, that laid the foundation for what we were able to do. That laid the foundation for what whoever it is doing stuff now is doing. Appreciate you.
Casey Histories. Casey
this
has
Casey
a
Histories.
The lineage is
I
alive.
appreciate you
Yes.
guys doing this.
Yeah.
And
Keep-
keeping it
keep
going.
doing it.
And
I know you will.
like this getting all this kind of information going and letting people see it that's cool, man.
Somebody needs to archive it though.
Oh well, we're archiving it. We
Yes.
help keep every episode.
Yeah.
So we,
I always said there should be just like some kind of website that is just
Actually,
everything,
you could probably
you know?
take. There's a place in Kansas City that is an archive that archives.
Hey, there's the
'Cause-
Kansas City Archive.
Yeah, they want stuff like this. So
yeah, okay.
yeah,
Shit,
they've hit me up a couple
they
times.
call
I need
those
I'm
to-
gonna have to
things?
shoot them season 1 and see.
there you go.
There you go.
Straight up.
But,
Oh, my phone's
See if
ringing.
they
Oops.
ready.
Sorry.
But once again,
Oh,
thank
no.
y'all for then and for now. This is the first of many times that we'll be hanging out on the lawn. I enjoyed myself. I hope you all did too.
You did.
Oh yeah.
Thank you to everybody who's watching. You could have been anywhere doing anything tonight, but you chose to spend a couple hours hanging out with us.
It's more than a couple of hours.
Hey,
Oh yeah, we did the damn
That's
we
thing.
are
okay.
into it. You
Hey,
know,
what
but
time
hey,
is it? Is it past my bedtime?
It is.
Oh my goodness.
On my back.
Oh yeah, you gonna want to stretch before you go to bed. I highly recommend it.
For those that'll be out tomorrow at the,
Ignore it at your own peril.
at the Cannabis Expo, we'll be me and Rock will be there tomorrow.
Do you have to know
Cannabis
someone
smells-
to get into that?
No, you just
Do you
gotta
think,
buy
Buy
man?
a ticket.
Yeah.
Okay, see you later, Gear.
Yeah, like
Go through the kitchen. First door on your left.
He left the pillow.
So,
Hey, we're gonna be at Dagwoods at 8:30. Come holler.
Damn, I wasn't gonna give him the breakfast spot too. I mean, it's not like
I want to see if somebody gonna show up.
I ain't mad
Alright.
at
I'm ready for sleep.
that. But,
Dagwoods, 8:30.
Why have I
also
heard of
not
that
giving
place?
no free plugs.
Over there off of
Southwest Boulevard.
yeah, all the way at the very end.
Huh. It's the hidden gem spot.
Yeah, it's an old diner down there.
Yeah, it's been down there for a while.
They got a big ass breakfast sandwich called the Dagwood, like from Blondie.
Oh. I like little
Yeah.
spots like that.
Yeah.
So if you see us, holla at us. Once again, you know, thanks to DANIGIRL and Gear.
It's past his bedtime.
Don't do him like that.
Yeah, it feels like.
It's past mine. If it was not a Friday night, I'd probably be asleep. I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's otherwise.
Hey man, it takes a lot to actually be able to walk away from this show after that and be
getting
like,
up-
I'm gonna go do something.
Getting up at I've been up since 6:15 this morning, so you know it's hard.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like to do anything at the time.
So as we close, got a little bit of information for you about the Monday, March 28th. So this
Come
is the
on
last
now.
time you hear us. So peace. Have a good one, and we'll catch you next week. All right.
Holla.
Political scopes brings critical thought that could give us some hope just to heal as community. We carry on a fight that has never ended. In desperation that you get the message. Know your soul's too sacred to ever be bought. There's no trust in this justice system, just in case you forgot.
My inner me, my inner highness, yeah. On the highest plane, working out highest pain. No pain, no gain. Guess it's in the name. So I can't complain, but I got complaints.
On and on, we keep moving till the day that we die. We gon' push more than a dream I'm pursuing. So to fight through it, I gotta push.